All right. What's going on? 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 What's going on, bro? All right. Let's say what's up to everybody. I see Terry Schmoot out there Terry Schmoot out there talking crazy. My pound for pound list is my pound for pound list. But like I said, you guys are more than welcome. More than welcome to argue with me about it. Hold on one second, though. Before I say, what's going on this fine Sunday morning? Man, I ain't never had no credibility. What are you talking about? Terry Schmoot? Listening to some of y'all, I ain't never had any. I'll live. How do you want to be? I don't want to be credible to idiots. Not that you an idiot, dog. Not that you an idiot. But look, bro, I don't want to be credible. I don't want to be credible to trolls. That shit, I should be I don't want to be loved by trolls. You know what I mean? These people got Rick Glazer being credible. So, what you want me to do? You want me to aspire to Rick Glazer levels of credibility by telling y'all what y'all want to hear? No. What is this? Oh. What the fuck? Hold on. What is this? All right. Hey, hold on one second, man. I got to do something, man. That's funny. Come on. You be sending me some stuff, man. Hold on a second. Hold on, man. I gotta do something, man. I gotta get something. Hold on, man. I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. Kamal Oz be sending me stuff, bro. So that's what he said. Your fat trainer gonna throw in the towel, huh? Hey, come on, man. Y'all wild boys, man. Y'all some wild boys. All right, hold on 1 second, man. I gotta pin that, man, because you know how it is around here. And then I'm gonna put this link in this chat, bro. Good morning, fam. Twitter brought me. Hey, I called them out on Twitter. I called you out on Twitter. Show up, bro. Fanon eating the Dunkin' Donuts, sipping prune juice, got coffee brewing, taking Centrum silver tablets. Man, come on, man. Why you doing me dirty, man? Hold on 1 second, man. No, I just gotta do one thing, man. Then I'll be full-fledged on here, man. I'll be full-fledged on here. And y'all can cry, bro. There you go. All right. So let me pin this. Let me pin that. Let me do this. Been real behind today. Sorry. Because I've been having fun on Twitter. Super fun on Twitter. Mac INT said, what's going on, man? Post your list again. No worries. I'll give you my list right here. Hold on, man. Twitter. Man. I had done 2 lists, and then I took one down. Then I redid one. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, I'll post it. It's going to take a second, though. All right, there you go. No worries. There you go. And I'll do that. Now let me share it to you. Let me share the screen with you. That is my list right there. That is my list right there. I ain't doing you dirty for non-international. That's my morning routine minus the donuts. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. No, I don't do the donuts. Why are you trying to call me fat? I don't eat donuts. I'm not trying to. Hey, I'm already fat. I'm trying to get this off me. Donuts ain't making it. But anyway, let me say what's up to everybody, man. Because I have definitely challenged anybody, because you guys do a lot of talking on Twitter. And see, the good thing about YouTube is you can show your face. And on Twitter, YouTube, the good thing is you can show your face. If you have an issue with it, you can most definitely show your face. Ain't no problems, ain't none of that. If you got a problem with it, you can tell me you got a problem with it. This list to me is what I think is very, very fair. Now, I could change and move some people off. I could have somebody on and have somebody off. I could, without a doubt. I could change my criteria and say, hey, man, I'm going to put heavyweights on here. So let me put Usyk on there. Or I could say, hey, man, let me put guys that have tested positive for steroids on there. And I could have Canelo on there, right? I could have Tyson Fury on there if I did heavyweights. But I don't do heavyweights. Heavyweights, there's no need for them to be on there because that's not a weight class. So to me, it doesn't make sense to put a heavyweight on a pound-for-pound list when anybody can fight a heavyweight. Anybody. Heavyweights can't fight anybody but heavyweights. Everybody can fight in their weight class, and everybody can fight a heavyweight. Every one of everybody in boxing can fight a heavyweight if they want to. So if you want to get froggy, go fight them. They're there to fight. All of them. You can weigh 180 pounds at heavyweight. You can weigh 114 at heavyweight. So why would I put a heavyweight on a pound-for-pound list and rank somebody that is 114 pounds higher than them? No, those guys don't have a weight class. They can be in there and fight somebody 30 pounds heavier than them. And these guys do it on a regular basis. So seeing as everybody else is in a nice, neat weight range, and guys like Alexander Usyk have to fight guys that walk around at 300 pounds when they walk around at 210, when Deontay Wilder probably walks around at 220, and he's got to fight a guy that's 290. No, it's not fair to Deontay Wilder to put him on a list below guys that don't have to do the same thing that he does. So first of all, let me flush all y'all talking crap about me not having Usyk on there. Me not having Usyk on there is actually me paying a compliment to Usyk. The pound-for-pound list is a list of everybody else that's not a heavyweight and comparing them and what they can do in their different weight classes. That's what it is. That's what my list is. Your list can be something else. I have Errol Spence Jr. number 1. I've got Terrence Crawford number 2. I've got Gervonta Davis number 3. Hold on. I've got Shakur Stevenson number 4. I got Jermell Charlo number 5. I got Beterbiev number 6. I've got Stephen Fulton Jr. number 7. This guy could be replaced if I did not think he has something that has had tremendous success against various styles of fighters. Schoolboy Steph, I think, is a very, very underrated fighter. He's got power. He's got skill. But Dimitri Bivol is low in this list, but he's on it. Why is he low on this list, but on it? He is low on this list because he has everything that you need in the 4 scoring criterias, except for I'm not as impressed, but I'm very impressed with his effective aggression and his clean and effective punching. I think he has excellent defense, excellent ring generalship. I've got him on there. Monster Inoue, I've got him on the list probably for peer pressure. Honestly, probably for peer pressure that I have Monster Inoue on here. Monster Inoue is very well rounded in all the 4 scoring criteria of boxing. He has excellent defense, or not excellent defense. He has good defense, but it can be exploited for sure. And we'll see with Steve Fulton Jr. He's got good ring generalship, but he is off the charts in effective, clean and effective punching and effective aggression. He's just absolutely through the roof in that. He's a 10 out of 10 in both of those. A 10 out of 10 in both of those. So being a 10 out of 10 in both of those, and maybe an 8 and a 7 in those other areas, still, in my opinion, lofts him. Jaron Ennis is on my list. Like Steve Fulton Jr., I fully understand that is a debatable situation. However, I got to be honest, and I think he's one of the best fighters in boxing. I think he has everything. And I think it's just a matter of time before he gets in the ring and other people jump on his bandwagon and start talking about how incredible he is. And I don't need to wait. I don't need to wait to know that Jaron Ennis is an excellent fighter. I had Errol Spence Jr. on my pound-for-pound list well before he won a championship for the same reason. Had Floyd Mayweather Jr. on my number one on my pound-for-pound list years before other people caught up. So that's why I have him there. These are subjective measures. These are subjective things in what you like in a fighter and what you think in a fighter. But you guys got a lot of lip over there on Twitter. You got a lot of lip. I find it funny that people talk about keyboard warriors and what people will do behind the keyboard. I'm showing my face and I walk out on the street. I go to fights. I'm out there. I'm not hiding my identity. Let me say what's up to everybody, man. Let me slide. Let me do this. Because I'm going to put this link in here now. Here's my link. Because I want to argue. I put that pound for pound list up because I wanted to argue. You cannot have a pound for pound list that somebody doesn't like, bro. That everybody thinks is perfect. You can't have one. It's a damned if you do, damned if you don't. But I'm going to tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to put somebody on there just because I'm trying to spread it out evenly amongst. I'm not trying to spread it out equally amongst weight classes just to be fair. I'm not trying to represent anybody's nationality and say, hey, man, well, we're all the Mexicans. Do I even have a Mexican on there? Oh, I could have put David Benavidez on there. I could have. Canelo Alvarez should be on there if he hadn't tested positive if he hadn't juiced. He'd be on there without a doubt. If he hadn't got caught juicing, he would have been on there without a doubt. I don't think I have any Brits on there either. Man, come on, man. I hate this. I don't hate it. I love it. But at the same time, hey, my guy, Will, hey, man, Will Concepts, man. Much love in that. Hey, brother, thank you so much, bro. King, I'm not talking to you. Your opinion does not matter, partner. I'm not talking to you. I know you don't agree with anything. I'm not talking to you. Go away, man. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you so much, man, for the support, man. Thank you so much. Martin, can you reach me up, please? Yes, I can. Tara Sims, yes, I can. The actual Tara Sims, I can. And actually, let me get Will, too. Let me go. Okay, that's Will. Let me go to Will. Hold on one second. Yeah. Tara, put something in the would you mind putting something in the chat again so I can see you? Please. Oh, I invited the trolls. All trolls were welcome today to hit the link, except for King, because I'm not trying to talk to you, King. Really, I'm not. I'm just being honest. I'm really not trying to talk to you. That I want it with somebody with like a viewpoint that I can respect, bro. This is a race baiting list. How is it a race baiting list? How does a list race bait you? How does a race? How do you race? Every one of these guys on this list are top fighters. Every single solitary one of them are. Every single solitary person on this fight is a top level fighter. Every one of them. Every single one. It's what I want to know. How is that race baiting? You're a racist. If the first thing that you do is you take account of what the races are of the people on the list. Amazing, bro. The first thing you do is count the races of people on the list. No, bro, that's you being a racist. I got to see Tara Sims. There you go. That's the first thing that you do. You look to see how many white people are on the list. This does not have enough white people for me on here. You're race baiting. What is that? I'm not going to get a good conversation out of y'all. I know. I just needed this for myself, so I could know that you guys are not serious. Some troll, yes, sir. Fanon, why don't you have Usyk on the list when he can still fight at cruiserweight? Because he doesn't fight at cruiserweight. Nick Smith, he doesn't fight at cruiserweight. He's the heavyweight champion. He's above that. But plus, cruiserweight is just little heavyweight anyway. Historically speaking, it's just little heavyweight. It's no difference to me. It's no different to me than heavyweight. Hey, my guy, thank you. Hey, what's going on, brother? Thank you so much. JBus89 said, love the show. Been listening for 6 months. Keep it up. Hey, thank you, brother, for that support, man. But I'd appreciate if you hit the link and ask your questions. Hit the link and ask your questions. Alexander Usyk is the heavyweight champion of the world. He holds 3 belts. I'm not going to insult Alexander Usyk by putting him on the same list as Monster Inoue. I think that's an insult to Alexander Usyk to have him below Gervonta Davis and below them, because the heavyweight division is completely different than any other division. There is no weight class there. There's no weight limit. There's no weight minimum. There's no weight maximum. Anybody can go there, and you have to fight anybody, no matter how big they are. You have to fight them. So it is unfair for me to say that Alexander Usyk, who is actively trying to fight Tyson Fury. I don't know what that means as far as it is with Errol's. No, Errol fights guys in between this weight and this weight. Somebody may play some little tricks with the rehydration, but typically speaking, they're between this weight and this weight. So there you go with your Usyk thing. That's not me being disrespectful to Usyk. Man, I don't even like this conversation, man. I may change the subject. Y'all ain't got no courage, bro. How you with all the smoke today? Yeah, man. I mean, it is what it is, man. I wanted to do it because I put a list up. He's not a cruiserweight fighting a heavyweight. He is a heavyweight. He's not. You asked me about why Alexander Usyk is not on there. If there was a cruiserweight out there that I thought deserved it, maybe, but there isn't. Alexander Usyk is a heavyweight. When Alexander Usyk was a cruiserweight, I had him on my list as a cruiserweight. Yes, I did. But once he became a heavyweight, no, he's off my list. Same thing with Deontay Wilder. Same thing with all of them. Of course, Malik Jabbar. Of course they will. Not 99% though. 99% won't. They may have 1 or 2 off. What's going on, Shoney D? Relax, Marquis. Nello is still top pound for pound fighter, in my opinion. He doesn't have to top 5, but he deserves a spot. Canelo Alvarez doesn't deserve a spot. In my opinion, Canelo Alvarez does not deserve a fight. Does not deserve a spot. Please note that I also do not have Demetrius Andrade on there, or Jamal Charlo, or David Benavidez. I don't have any of those guys on there. I don't have David Morrell on there either. I don't have them either. He does not deserve to be on there. He tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs. I don't know whether he's cheating or not. And number 2, he just lost to Dimitri Bivol, and he looked like garbage against Gennady Golovkin and John Ryder. No, he didn't look good in his last several fights. I'm not putting him on there. He didn't look good in his last several fights. He did not show improve the last 3 times I watched him. Fury is a heavyweight. Usyk is a heavyweight. Haney just damn near just lost a fight. Haney has not had a knockout in 4 years, and he just lost, and he barely got past Vasily Lomachenko. I don't have Vasily Lomachenko on my list. I can't put Devin on there either because he's the same level of fighter that he is. If Devin had dominated Lomachenko, he'd be on there, no doubt. But that's not what happened. What happened was a fight where half of the people well over half of the people that watched the fight thought he lost. And I saw his head keep getting snapped back for like 5-6 straight rounds. He couldn't get out of the way of a left hand. When was the last time Devin had a knockdown? Like, I don't know, man, like 2018, something like that. We got somebody, JC3 in the building. You got to get another connection. You got to get another connection, man. I'd put Mel higher, though. I mean, that's fair. You can switch those guys around. A lot of that stuff is equal. You can switch in my opinion, if you switched anybody on that list, that's fine. But the only people that I really think have the ability that could be on that list, that are not on that list, for me, is Devin Haney, but he just had a fight he barely won. I got to be fair. He just had a fight he barely won against a guy smaller than him. And he showed all kind of defensive holes, getting hit like that. I mean, what you want me to do? You want me to ignore what just took place? I can't ignore it. I saw it. You have four scoring criterias. 4. You have clean and effective punching, effective aggression, ring generalship, and defense. Devin does not have clean and effective punching, and he does not have effective aggression at the level that the other people have. I'm not saying he doesn't have it. I'm saying he doesn't have it at the level of the fighters when you consider all 4 of those scoring criteria together. And then you say, okay, together, is Devin an excellent fighter? Yes, but there's a lot of excellent fighters that are not in that top 10. There's a lot that are not on there. A lot. Jamal Charlo has all of that. He's not on there. David Benavidez has a lot of that and not on there. David Morrell has a lot of that, not on there. Canelo Alvarez, a lot of that, not on there. A lot of them are not on there. My biggest objection is Devin, and you can get on and explain why you think Devin should be on there coming off that Lomachenko fight. I would love to hear it. Just let me know why Devin Haney should be on there after that Lomachenko fight. You know that happened, right? It's not a figure of anybody's information. It's not a figure of somebody's imagination. It's not. JC3 in the building. What's going on, man?
For now, what's up, man?
Man, I can't complain.
Been watching your show. Really love what you're doing. Always positive. I had to pull over. I saw the link. I was like, I got to pull over and get on this show real quick. I got my opportunity. I always catch you late. I'm always watching the rerun versus being live. So just congratulations to you. I love boxing. I love what you bring to the whole boxing game. Real quick, I looked at your list, and don't worry about them race baiters. That's what they do. I only got one challenge on your list, and it's a good one. Jaron Ennis. That's the only one that I would say I would probably take off, not because he doesn't pass the eye test, but I've been a boxing fan since I was 6 years old. And I've always been somebody that's been against anointing fighters before they have any significant wins in their career. I know Jaron Ennis is going to be a champion. I see it. He passes the eye test. But until he does something significant, like I put him in that same space, not necessarily with Crawford. I'm not going to say that because Crawford has some significant. I think he's won a undisputed. So I'm not going to say that. But I would, for me, I would possibly replace Jaron Ennis with a David Benavidez or a Devin Haney, only because I feel like they have more significant wins. I think Devin Haney going over to Australia twice and beating Kambosos. Kambosos is maybe not the top fighter, but that entire environment, I think, gives him a little bit more credibility. And then I think David Benavidez is one of my top 4 favorite fighters. But I think he has a significant win over Caleb Plant, over Andre Durrell. Jaron Ennis gotta fight. He gotta get a fight for me with somebody more significant than the last guy he fought, or not the last guy, the guy before that, who was kind of ranked kind of high. So that would be my only. I don't put heavyweights in because they're heavyweights, right? That's one weight, pound for pound. That's one weight. Mm-hmm. But that would be my only change in your list. I think the rest of the list is pretty solid. I agree with you with Inoue. I think a lot of people don't give him any credit. We're going to see how he do against Fulton in a couple of weeks. I think Fulton's possibly going to get that win, but he's going over to Japan, so that's always, you can't even get it in Las Vegas right now. So that would be my only thing. I think your list is solid, though. Other than that, that would be my only debate, so to speak.
Okay, let me retort. Okay, so for me, I can't put David Benavidez on there because I'd be a hypocrite.
Oh yeah, because of
the cocaine. He popped.
But that was so. Here's it. Let me give you I know you're going. Let me go real quick. I'm gonna give you a debate on that. Yes, he tested positive for cocaine, but not during camp, not during a fight. He didn't have no fights. Canelo's different. Canelo's
look,
different.
Man, if you get stripped for banned substance, you get stripped for a banned substance. And I'm just, right, I feel it. Right. Like, I feel it, right. But at the same time, and I'm a big David Benavidez fan, but again, I'm in a situation where if I show hypocrisy, then somebody, cocaine is a stimulant. It is a stimulant. Yes. It is a banned substance. You zoot up, dude, you going bananas. Okay.
Yeah.
I was told that that is a banned substance, that is considered a performance enhancer. I'm not an expert on it, but if I can't put Canelo on there for getting his belt stripped for a banned substance, I have to apply that equally, because if I jump in between them, then you got situations where you have people saying, well, this particular drug is not a PED. It's not steroids. It's just this, and it's a diuretic, and trying to explain to me what diuretics. Man, I can't be it, man. I'm not going to turn into a doctor of performance enhancing drugs for you. So then now let me give you. On the list. Yeah, so let me get to the situation with Jaron Ennis. It's the LeBron James factor, man. It's just the LeBron James factor for me. Like, sometimes there's just somebody out there that I see where I'm like, dude, I don't need to wait. Like, I don't need to wait. Me, I don't need to wait. I'm just going to be laughing while he's whooping all y'all favorite fighters and winning them fights. And if I choose to be wrong, if I wind up being wrong, I wind up being wrong. But I remember every once in a while, there's these guys that come along. Floyd Mayweather Jr. was the same way. I did not wait for Floyd Mayweather Jr. to beat Jose Luis Castillo or Diego Corrales before I was like, nah, that dude right there is easily one of the top 5 in all of the sport. Like, without a doubt. Gary Russell, before he got hurt. Gary Russell Gary Russell, one of the top dudes in the sport. And even before he hurt his shoulder and all of that, sometimes I'm looking at it just like you have so much of everything in the criteria. He's got clean and effective punching out of this world. He's got effective aggression out of this world, even though it showed a little bit less in Karen Kukadjian. But he has ring generalship, and he has defense. He has every single solitary thing that you want in a fighter. He's third at this point in time. He's like 28-0 with only like one guy going the distance. He's just so much better than everybody he got in the ring with that I can't ignore the separation. It's like there is no test for him until he gets into the ring with the Keith Thurman and those guys. But for me, that's why I got him down there at number 10. Now, admittedly, I would not have him on the list if Devin Haney had not just looked so bad in his last fight. I would have said, okay, if Devin Haney, and I'm telling you, if Devin Haney had dominated Vasily Lomachenko, I would have said, okay, man, I don't even remember when I had Devin. I might have had Devin at like number 8. Last time I did a list, I had Devin Haney like number 8, somewhere around number 8. But he just got lucky, in my opinion, to get out of there with a win against Vasily Lomachenko, and he lost, in my book, he lost 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And people talk about how he won 12, and I'm still like, yeah, he may have done a little bit more. Nah, Super Gang, it was not a clear win. That's why everybody's running around saying that Lomachenko got robbed. If it was a clean win, let me tell you what a clean win is. A clean win is Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia. That is a clean win. That's a clean win. Gervonta Davis, Ryan Garcia is a clean win. That nigga didn't get out. Clean win. I'm not trying to convince you, bro. Oh, you're not convinced.
No.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Not now. I'm talking to somebody in the comment section, which I shouldn't do. I wasn't talking to you.
One thing I wanted to say about Devin Haney that I wanted to get your opinion on, because I noticed this. Like I said, I've been watching boxing for a long time, right? And I always noticed that there was always the feeling that if you're a champion, the contender has to beat you convincingly to take your belt. My only one argument about the Loma Haney fight was that I'm not in the camp that says Lomachenko beat Devin Haney convincingly to take his belt. You know what I mean? Like I looked at the punch stats. You can look at the numbers. You can look at the fighters. And I just found it odd that in most cases they'll say, "Oh, well, you got to beat the guy to take their belt." But in this particular fight, I don't feel like Lomachenko actually beat Devin Haney to take his to the level where it was so convincing that he would take his belt. Like I've always felt like that was something that was part of boxing. Like it, love it, hate it, is it fair or not? But it's always been, in order to take the belt, you got to beat the champ convincingly, and I don't think that happened.
But that's also not true. That's what people say, but that's not true. You're supposed to score a fight round by round. And you cannot say, oh, this round, you are supposed, exactly. So I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to put out some rule out there that ain't no real rule. It's not a rule.
No, but I'm thinking that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you, you and I are agreeing, but I think that's what the judges are. That's what I think is part of the unsaid judging.
Yeah, I don't care. We talking about my pound for pound. We talking about a pound for pound list. A pound for pound list. I saw Devin Haney's head getting snapped back by Vasily Lomachenko convincingly throughout that entire fight. He barely, in my opinion, it was a draw. He may have won by a round. He could have lost by a round. It was not a convincing win, and he looked vulnerable. He looked like, I wound up looking at that fight thinking to myself, Gervonta Davis will kill this dude. That's what it looked like to me. No, Gervonta Davis, and watch this. Gervonta Davis is smaller than him. Lomachenko is smaller than him. Shakur Stevenson is smaller than him. He's the biggest dude. If he's not the biggest dude in the weight class, he's one of the biggest dudes in the weight class. And he had a problem with guys that are smaller than him. So I don't know how I can give him. Yeah. So we're talking about pound for pound, and you got beat. You just had a problem with a guy that started off at 126. You're at 135 and probably gonna be at 147.
47, yeah.
So for me, when I see him struggle, and you talk about pound for pound, I say, look, two of the scoring criteria of boxing, he's not that great at. If he had clean and effective punching, he would definitely be there. But he does not have clean and effective punching. He does not consistently land clean, effective shots. And to me, otherwise he would knock somebody down or out sometime this decade. That's just me. That's my opinion.
Hey, Fernando, I'm gonna get off unless somebody else jump in. Okay. But the last thing I want to say is you just said it when you talked about Devin Haney getting his head popped back. If you ever talk to Bill or you talk to Devin, the one piece of advice that I would give him before he goes in his next fight, cut your damn hair. Because I'm telling you, that's how you know he got hit. That little blonde stuff was shaking like a shaker. That's how you know. So if you talk to any of them, say, Dev, cut your hair, bro. It makes everything look bad. His head was
It
shaking.
highlights them
That's how you
snapping
know.
your head back. Bro, I
Yeah.
saw the head snap back. I don't need to hear that. I don't need to see that hair. All right, though, man.
Yeah.
We'll get back.
All right,
Thank
brother.
you, brother.
Keep winning.
Appreciate
Keep winning,
you, man.
brother.
Well, hey,
Bye.
I'll try, man. I'll try. Deem in the building. What's going on, man?
Nah, what's up, sir? How you doing, man?
Man, I can't complain about a thing, man. Just out here doing this thing, man. Inviting people that disagree with me to have their word.
I get you. I wanted to say, thank you for letting me come on yesterday.
Hold on one second.
Mhm.
Hey, Malik Jabbar, goodbye. You fucking clown. Fuck you. I will walk right up to Bill Haney, shake Bill Haney's hand and say, hello, how you doing? So let me tell you straight up, fuck out my face, clown. I've had Bill Haney on this channel multiple times. What kind of coward, hit the link. You can still hit the link. Y'all some fanboys, man. Got your panties all in a bunch. All in a bunch. Go ahead, man. Sorry.
Nah, nothing to apologize for, sir. I wanted to say thank you for letting me come on yesterday.
Anytime, bro.
And I wanted to apologize. I watched the replay and I heard my kids in the background and stuff like that. And I know you didn't mind, but I just didn't want to mess up the quality of your channel and what you got going on. I actually agree with your pound for pound list for the most part. But to be real, the reason why I don't even get in the pound for pound list for 9, to be 100% honest with you, because with all this ducking and dodging and these weight classes and 10 different belts, how can we ever really know? Like that's the deeper question. How could we ever really know when they do so much to keep us from actually knowing who's the best? You understand? Like Floyd and Pacquiao shouldn't have happened. That fight should have happened 4 years earlier than it happened. But even the timing of the fights is not all the way the problem I have. I understand why we got certain weight classes for 9, super middleweight, junior middleweight, blase blah, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least have one belt there. When you put in 4 belts at 20 different divisions, it mucks the game up, man. And then you got people like that's going to come on here and say, well, for 9, you tripping because you don't have Devin Haney on there, right? Me personally, if I had a pound for pound list, I'll put Devin on there by default because that's what they've been doing to everybody else. Because, and why I say that, I understand why you don't have him on there. I agree completely. I'm talking about how we get into boxing that if it's other fighters and that was that same criteria, it would be no doubt that they would have him on there. Just because. You understand? So it's like,
because people have him on there just because. That's what I think. You got him on there just because.
I got it, man. Like, because if we being honest for 9, we got to get back to boxing. What do you see in football when they scouting NFL players and NBA? When they scouting NBA players, what do they do for 9? They put the film on. And they check what you've been doing all season. You could go to the combine and you could do X, Y, and Z, but they put the film on. What do you see with your eyes? If you telling me right now you see Canelo Alvarez being the same Canelo Alvarez he was 5 years ago, you're a flat out lie. If you telling me right now, no matter who Gervonta Davis fights, that's not probably the best fighter in boxing right now, you're lying. You just don't like him. If you sit up there and say that Devin Haney has any chance against Gervonta Davis or Shakur Stevenson, you're lying about what you're seeing. I like Devin. I like certain cats, but I can't lie about what I am watching. Lomachenko won 7, 8, 9. 10 was back and forth 10. You could swing that either way. 11, 12, I didn't like how Lomachenko started. I would have gave him on first watch. I'd have gave it to Devin on 12. But when I look at the punch stats, again, it says Lomachenko actually landed more. But again, it also goes off more to my point of what I was saying about what am I watching? Lomachenko clearly won that fight. We could sit up here and act like just because, see, Fanon, this is what nobody has talked about on no channels. And I've heard you say this before. Just because a fight is close don't mean it can't be definitive. When have we got in boxing that because something is close that it can't be definitive? Let me give you an example, right? When Michael Jordan hits the game winner on Byron Russell and the push off, whatever, and he hold the pose, the game is close. But it wasn't a doubt in Michael Jordan's head for a second what was going to happen. It wasn't a doubt in nobody's mind. I was a little kid at that time, so you could even tell me more. It wasn't a doubt in nobody's mind at that time he was going to hit that shot. And if he did hit it, it wasn't like you was going to be shocked that he made the shot. Lomachenko outboxed Devin Haney. The biggest thing that Devin Haney was supposed to do was his jab. Lomachenko took that away. You getting body shots off, getting certain shots off. That's fine. But when the biggest thing that you do is taken away in a fight, just because the fight is close don't mean that it cannot be definitive. Your head is getting snapped back. Since when does body punches count more than clean head shots? I have never seen that in boxing, that people are making such an argument for body shots over clean head shots. But then they'll bring up Errol Spence. Well, he goes to the body, but his nickname is the eye collector, not the body collector. So we got to get back to what we see. And I just don't like that. It's kind of hard for somebody like you to actually come up with a real pound for pound list when we got all these ducking, dodging, these promoters doing X, Y, Z, all these different belts, creating belts. It just mucks up the game. And when I really feel like these promoters, everybody want to stop from getting that zero. They want to be Floyd Mayweather's, but my thing is they think Floyd Mayweather's became who he is just based off of him being undefeated. It's a lot more that goes into it. It's charisma. It's able to put the camera on you. It's the persona that he was carrying. But we got to get back to guys wanting to box each other. Just because you lose don't make you. When Figueroa lost to Stephen Fulton for 9, did that drop his stock? That didn't drop his stock. And I'm from Philly. I thought Fulton won because Fulton showed me something I didn't think he could do.
That's why Fulton's on my list.
Thank you. But we got to get back to that. I really would like to come up with a pound for pound list and be able to sit here and argue with you about it. But I can't even do that because we really don't know. When Errol Spence about to be 34, 35, Terrence Crawford 34, 30. If those guys would have fought 4 years ago, they would have been on the trilogy. We could really know. But we got to get back to that. We got to stop being biased. We got to stop hating each other in the comments, talking crazy to each other about this boxing thing because somebody is honest about what they're seeing.
Let me tell you, you know what people need to stop doing? Y'all need to stop being fans from outside of the gym because you don't buy Devin Haney's fights. You don't buy these people's fights. You don't support these people. You don't support these same fighters that you think everybody needs to get together and make a fight with. All y'all people that talk all this stuff about this, take the Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney stuff. Y'all didn't buy the fight. Gervonta Davis's fans bought Gervonta Davis's fight. Devin Haney fans, you all did not get people to buy his fight. So his fight lost money. Broke even at the best chance it had was to break even. But it lost money. So if you are going to be a fan, don't be like you can say what you want. I buy every fight. I put my money where my mouth is. On my channel, I actually talk about Devin Haney consistently. And I talk about him honestly. I keep his name out there. It's not as if people don't listen to what people say if you're not commenting them, commenting on them. But just to give you all a hint, dude, Devin Haney's fight flopped. And you all did not buy it. I know you didn't buy it because you guys sit back there and talk about fights you're not going to buy all the time. But then you want to complain when Leonard Ellerbe says, hey, man, come on. We're not taking a pay cut to fight Devin Haney. We're not taking, he's very, when Eddie Hearn calls him expensive. It's not a good sign, man, when somebody calls you expensive. Hey, I got one guy behind you, Dean.
No problem, man. Thank you.
All right, hey, Dean, come back again, man. I appreciate your intellect, man. I do.
Yeah, I'll definitely come back up here when everybody get on the panel and they get into certain discussions. I'm going to come up here and talk.
All right, that's what's up, man. Shout out to the great Philly, man.
My God.
All right, that's what's up. All right. Hey, man, shameless plug, man. Hey, thank you to everybody that has supported in the Cash App this morning. My guy, James Johnson and Williams, thank you for sponsoring this live stream. There are no ads on this video. So for like the next month or so, it's only getting sponsored by Cash Apps, just so you guys know. And that's why you don't see a $ below. But thank you to the two cats that supported so far for making this channel float. Thank you, brothers. And Frequent Flyer, what's going on, man?
Salute for 9. Salute to the chat. And I just real quick, I want to speak on as far as the pay-per-views and the buys and all of that.
Come on, man. We on this top pound for pound list and stuff.
Yeah, but you just said that. You just said that. I just want real quick though.
Come on, man. Don't duck the smoke. I've been looking for smoke today.
Oh no, we're gonna talk about the pound for pound, definitely. But first off though, as far as the pay-per-views though, I'm a fan of Devin Haney, but I'm not really a fan of ESPN. And, you know, I think that's a big part of it. You know, it's easier to get the other pay-per-views because I did buy the Devin Haney Devin Haney fight. And I had to go through a lot to get it. I had to resubscribe to ESPN Plus. You know what I'm saying? I had to pay another $60 to buy the fight and only to just unsubscribe, you know, from ESPN Plus. So I think it's a lot extra that you have to do to get to see those fights. You know, they don't let you just purchase the pay-per-view without getting ESPN Plus. You know, and a lot of people don't really like ESPN Plus. You know I don't. And so that's the first thing I wanted to say. And also,
hey, before those two, hey, let me get my guy Mac INT in the building. Thank you for that $5 holler. Said all the money at stake, throwing punches for free unless you Tyson. Stay doing you, Fanon. Hey, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you more than you know, man. Thank you, Mac City. Go ahead. So go ahead with that. What's going on, Mike Biggs Boxing? Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Also, I wanted to comment on what the brother Dean just said. He was on there. Shout out to him. But he was saying that people who saw that fight between Devin Haney and Lomachenko lying to themselves if they think that Devin Haney can beat Tank or Shakur Stevenson. But the problem with that is I really don't think that triangle theories work. I don't think just because one guy beats another guy that means that automatically another guy can beat him. You know, because styles make fights. You know, we don't know how Shakur can deal with Devin Haney's size and reach advantage and speed and all of that stuff and his style of fighting. We don't know how he's going to deal with that. You know, even though Tank is a different story to me, I think Tank probably can deal with that, throwing the left hand like Loma was doing and all. And I think Tank is a much harder puncher than Lomachenko is. But Tank is shorter though. He's smaller. And so I think Tank will have more of a problem with, you know, Devin Haney's reach and all. And Shakur Stevenson, you know, he don't even punch as hard as Tank does. You know, I really don't see him knocking Dev out. You know, so I think it's the issue with what he said is that triangle theories really don't work like that. You know, we don't know until we see the fight. So that's why I want to see the fight. You know, I want to see all those fights. I think that's just crazy for him to say that we're lying to ourselves if we think that Devin Haney can beat Shakur Stevenson or Tank Davis. Let's see the fight. That's all I got right there on that. But as far as the pound for pound,
no pound for pound conversation.
no, I'm about to tell you. No, I'm about to tell you now what I think about your pound for pound list. I really don't have a problem with your pound for pound list. I would put Devin Haney on there. I know why you don't have him on there, and I ain't really trying to go there with you because resistance is futile. As far as that, I know how you see it with Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? I know we got different opinions on who won that fight. I think I saw a win for Devin in that fight, and I think he had trouble in the 10th and 11th round. I was kind of nervous. It looked like Loma might have got him out of there, but he didn't. And Loma, he has a pattern with them. When he fought Teofimo Lopez, it was almost a mirror fight to when he fought Devin Haney. He lost all the early rounds. I will only give Loma that maybe third round. That was a swing round in my opinion, but I could see people giving that round to Loma. But for sure, I saw Loma lose the first, the second. He might have won the third. He lost the fourth, the fifth, and the sixth, going all the way up to maybe the ninth round. And then that's when Loma started really catching Devin with the hard left hands. And then he got Devin in trouble in the 10th and 11th round, and then he took off the 12th round. The same exact thing happened when he fought Teofimo Lopez. He got Teo in trouble in the 10th and 11th round. Looked like Teo was about to go, and then he went and lost the 12th round, which I think would have made the fight look more in his favor, because he had the momentum. But if he would have beat Teo in that 12th round, I think that it was a possibility they probably could have called it a draw or something like that. But he did the same exact thing with Devin Haney.
Hey, man, just so you know, that's why Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko are not on my list either. Devin Haney, all that you just said could be true. He did not separate himself as a skilled fighter and his overall abilities from Vasily Lomachenko or Teofimo Lopez. That's what I mean. If you are in there doing the same thing as other people against the same opponent, how can I say you're any better?
That's why I really don't have no problem with you not having them on the list, because I know why you don't have them on the list. Okay. But I guess the only thing I would have a problem with on the list is probably where you put Jermell Charlo, because I think Jermell Charlo belong up there with near Tank. Maybe it's like maybe those two is switchable at third. You had Tank at third, right?
I got Tank at 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think them two are switchable, right there at third and fourth or whatever, because Jermell Charlo, he cleared out the entire division. He cleared, so it ain't no debate if he can beat any of those guys that's in his division. So it becomes the debate of could he beat somebody if he moved up or moved down, the champion at the top over him or down, right? What's your definition for pound for pound?
Honestly, for me, you could switch up that entire top 4 in any order, and I'm not gonna argue with you. You could switch up and say Jermell's number. You could put up Jermell number 1. I'm not gonna put up a tremendous argument for it. The reason why I put Jermell Charlo where I put Jermell Charlo was because he had lost to Tony Harrison. That's the only reason, because I'm like, okay, well, I know for sure that there's a specific dude that gave him a lot of trouble, and he gave him trouble in the second fight too. That tall, long, rangy dude. He had a hard time. He had a hard time with dealing with the ring generalship of Tony Harrison. So that's just why I put him in that particular slot. But if somebody had Terrence Crawford at number 1, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I had Terrence Crawford there. Had Terrence Crawford at number 1 for a very long time. Just, I haven't really seen him. I don't know what he's got left in the tank, because he's not fought anybody that's really been any challenge. Where Errol in his last fight was a freaking machine against your Ugas.
Did you have Jermell Charlo losing to
Harrison the first time? No.
Yeah. No. I didn't think he won that fight. But it is what it is.
In actuality, he did. And then in the second fight, I saw more of the same thing that I saw in the first fight, except for Jermell Charlo just broke him. You know what I mean? He just broke him. So It was like, oh, dude, this dude's doing well, but then he got broken. So there is that effective aggression and ring. All of my stuff is based off when I'm thinking and I'm doing that, I'm always looking at the scoring criteria of boxing. I think the problem that I have with a lot of people's lists is they don't look at how you score fights. You score fights off those 4 criteria.
But what's your definition of pound for pound? Pound for pound.
It is what it is the most. It is the most well-balanced fighter in the 4 scoring criteria.
That can move up and down in weight, right? And fight another champion.
That is you. All that moving up and down in weight to me, it's irrelevant because it's pound for pound. It does not matter what weight you fight at.
Yeah, I thought that meant like not them, the fighter actually moving up and down, but it was like
right. Yeah,
imaginary, like if 2 fighters from a different weight class was the same size, like if he was the same size as a heavyweight, would he be able to win? You know?
Listen to me. If you have 4 scoring criteria, how good are they in each of those areas? That's why if you notice my list, they generally center around the middle from lightweight to middleweight. A lot of those guys are going to be in there in lightweight to middleweight because that's what you need. You have different skill sets for guys that are 115 pounds. A guy that is 115 pounds does not need great defense because the guy that he's hitting doesn't have enough body weight or power to hurt him. Where if you're fighting at heavyweight, dude, you most definitely need defense. Otherwise, you're going to go to sleep because almost everybody in that division has the ability, if they land a clean punch, to knock you out. So when you're talking about a pound for pound type of thing, it's going to gravitate towards those middle divisions where you have to deal and show and demonstrate all of those things. You have to demonstrate power. You have to demonstrate effective aggression. You also need defense. And you also need ring generalship. If you're a lightweight, it's very well you can run into somebody like Gervonta Davis. And if you don't have good defense, it doesn't matter about all that other stuff because his clean and effective punching is going to completely neutralize your defense. Like at heavyweight, people always try to talk about how Deontay Wilder's trash. No, he's not. He's got clean, effective punching through the fucking roof. So it doesn't matter about your defense and your ring generalship. When he hits you and everything gets short-circuited, if you put a Deontay Wilder at lightweight, what are you looking at? Deontay Wilder may not have the power that he had, right? Mm-hmm. So you may say, okay, but he also may develop differently and get more defense and do more different things. Just like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury has tremendous size. A lot of his other attributes, in my opinion, are exaggerated. His number one thing is his ability to absorb punishment and weigh on you, his effective aggression and his ring generalship, not necessarily clean and effective punching, but effective aggression. But what makes his aggression so effective? Because he's so damn big. Somebody, if he was 6'1", if he was the same size as Alexander Usyk, it wouldn't work. He went to sleep. Deontay Wilder would have hit his ass. He went to sleep because he wouldn't have been big enough to take it. So heavyweights and flyweights are totally different type of situations because of their physiology. When you have guys between 100, that's why they invented it for sugar. Actually, I think they may have invented it for Henry Armstrong. But it was for guys that were in those middle weight classes, the ones that can show you power. Who at flyweight is showing you big power? Maybe one guy. Monster Inoue is probably the only guy that's like, okay, wow, that's it though. How many guys in heavyweight do you know if they catch you, they can eclipse you?
Just about all of them.
Just about all of them, right? How many of them how many of those guys down there, those little weight classes, have really, really fast hands? They have a lot. They have fast hands. So it's just different. That's different. That's why I'm not putting any little flyweights and all that stuff on there. Hey, Hezzy says, how do I super chat? You got to do this. You got to do the Cash App. Support on the Cash App at the link I put above. That's the only way you can support. And your support is greatly appreciated. And actually, I think somebody just did support. My guy Buzz in the building. Thank you, brother, for that support. Oh, actually, 2 people did. Thank you. A.T. Wells in the building said, for the unk of this boxing talk, salute. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. For the unk of this box, thank you, brother. And Buzz 703 in the building says salute with the $5 holler. Oops, salute with the $5 holler. Thank you, brother. So that's why, like, and then Devin, that's the problem with Devin. Devin can't punch.
But he make up. You don't think he make up any? You don't think Devin Haney makes up for that in the other categories?
Makes it up in that weight class. But if I'm doing, he makes it up. He makes up for it when he's fighting people in that weight class. But if you're talking about a theoretical analysis of what his strengths are versus other people, are you telling me how many people on that list does he have more clean and effective punching than?
A lot of them.
A lot?
Yeah, see, I think you just a big fan of knockouts. You don't think that Devin Haney's jab is probably the best jab in boxing, and that's clean, effective punching? He beat Kambosos every single round with just his jab. How is that not clean, effective punching?
Let me ask a question for you. Hell no, I don't think he's got the best jab in boxing. Hell no. Did you see his jab? Did you see that jab doing anything with Lomachenko?
He didn't use his jab against Lomachenko. He had a whole different game plan. He was body punching.
Once again, if you look at the 4 areas, he is not somebody where you look at the results of the fight and say that he is hurting people. His jab is defensive. His jab is primarily defensive. I don't see him having effective aggression. I don't see that. I don't see it. I think that if you do not have the ability and you are balancing everything out, if you make Gervonta Davis the same height, the same length, the same reach as Devin Haney, Gervonta Davis is going to kill him. And he's a way better fighter when you balance those things out. He's got better aggression, effective aggression. Clearly better effective aggression. He's got clearly better clean and effective punching. His defense is every bit as good. And he knocks you out going forward and going backwards. His ring generalship is every bit as good, if not better. So no, I don't think Devin Haney has clean, effective punching, and I don't think he has effective aggression. His aggression was not effective against Lomachenko because it never stopped him.
But
I think he's got defense.
I know you know boxing, and so I know you know this. You are aware that the jab, being that Lomachenko is a southpaw, then that jab is, basically neutralized because they're, being given that they're the same size, and not too, it's not too far off. So
it worked against JoJo Diaz. Dog, a jab ain't gonna get it, man.
Not against a southpaw. Not against a southpaw, though.
Having a jab is not gonna get it. Okay,
that's why he had to not against a southpaw. That's why he had to switch it up for Lomachenko because he's a southpaw.
He can hit somebody full strength in the face and they don't hardly blink.
But it counts for points, though.
It counts for points. Great. That's why he's a good lightweight. That's why he's one of the top lightweights. That's why he's a good fighter. But we're not talking about whether or not he's a good fighter. We're talking about whether or not he's one of the top 10 pound for pound. We're not talking about whether he's a good fighter or not. There's a lot of good fighters. David Morrell is a great fighter. He's a very good fighter. Very good. David Benavidez is a very good fighter. I can name a bunch of very good fighters. It's Juan Carlos Estrada is a very good fighter. Chocolatito's a very good fighter. I can keep going on and on about how many really good fighters there are. There's a lot of them. But, dude, you can't tell me, shoot, Bam Rodriguez is a very good fighter. I can sit here and talk about all the attributes that they have. But at the end of the day, hold on, man. At the end of the day, with Devin, he barely got out of a win. He barely beat the man. And he showed all kind of defensive holes, and he can't punch. So I have to say, when I'm looking at everybody else in boxing, and I'm doing it fairly, I'm not in this fan club. I'm not in this fan club. That's what you all keep talking. I keep, not you necessarily, I keep hearing people say how disrespectful it is. Disrespectful? It's a list. I don't owe him to put him on that list. I don't owe him that. I don't owe it. Well, Devin needs to be on there. Why? Because it's Devin. I don't owe him that. What I owe is to look at him and judge what he does in the ring and look at it fairly. And we are not talking about whether or not he's an excellent fighter. That's a different conversation. Y'all keep trying to twist it up and try to say I'm saying that he's not a good fighter or he's not even a great fighter. There are hundreds of very, very good fighters out there. Lots of them. Josh Taylor's not on that list. Josh Taylor is undisputed. He was undisputed. He fought better competition than Devin has to date. And I don't have him on that list for the same reason. Because his eye looked like this against Regis Prograis. And he kept getting hit with straight left hands, straight left hands by whatever his name. I'm gonna mess up the dude. It's Jack Catterall or Cottrell. I don't have him on there either. I don't got Regis Prograis on there. So a lot of guys I don't have on there. Why is there this special treatment where the world owes Devin? What he can't punch, and he barely won a fight. Okay, you say he won the fight. Other people say he lost the fight. I was shocked that he got the fight, honestly.
Because you thought they was gonna rob him, right?
Dude, I was shocked he got that fight because I thought he was getting his ass beat for the last 7 rounds. And he wind up coming around and evening out the 12th. I thought that 12th round was close. I don't think, it's not like Devin Haney was laying bombs on Vasily Lomachenko in the 12th round. He
won the round though, right?
Listen, the way people talk about that 12th round is like, it was like Lomachenko was up against the ropes getting pummeled. No, he was not.
Yeah, I know it was more competitive.
Maybe Devin got that round. Maybe he got that fight. But he did not display to me that he was a better fighter than Vasily Lomachenko, who was significantly older, significantly smaller. He didn't look any better against Vasily Lomachenko than Jermaine Ortiz did. He didn't look any better against Vasily Lomachenko than Teofimo Lopez did. Teofimo Lopez is not on my pound for pound list. He's not. And Teofimo Lopez beat Lomachenko. He lost to Kambosos.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I do not think Devin Haney punching pace up clean enough. And I'm telling you specifically, everything is subjective, all might. And I'm telling you specifically, the reason I do not have him on there is because his effective aggression and his clean and effective punching are not on par when you consider the balance of all 4 scoring criteria. It does not equal out what the other guys have. If he had done something with Vasily Lomachenko and dominated Vasily Lomachenko, where there was no question that he won that fight, if he got out there and he had made it look easy, then we would be having a different discussion. But he didn't get out there and make it easy. He got out there and underperformed. He underperformed what he said he would do. He underperformed what I expected him to do. He got hit consistently with clean shots that literally were going right down the pike. And for many parts of that fight, long stretches.
They were sneaky left hands, though.
They were not sneaky left hands. They were literally straight down the middle. God dog, he threw 50.
Yeah, but Loma leaned forward like to the side and then threw it. And sometimes he threw a double one, too. Loma got skills. We can't deny that. Loma is nice. People try to act like Loma can't fight, but I know Loma is nice. I just didn't like the fact that he was overhyped.
No.
But it just seemed like you take going back to what you had said.
You're switching up on me. You're telling me what other people say to you and then saying it's me. I'm not saying that. I know full well Vasily Lomachenko is a very good fighter. I
But you-
know that he is.
But you just,
I know that he's not easy to beat. Still,
so why
he
you
was
saying? So
hitting
why
more-
you take? Devin shouldn't lose no points then, or get dropped down for having a close fight with somebody that you know is not an easy fight. It's like your expectance of him is through the roof. Like, and I think that happened because Dev became the villain this fight because a lot of people didn't like how he pushed Lomachenko and all of the trash that he was talking.
Devin Haney fellatio going on my channel, then goddamn a porn movie. Okay, please.
For none, but it just seemed, going back to what you had said, it just seemed like you're trying to take jabs. It seemed like you're taking jabs out of the class of clean, effective punching. A jab can be clean and it can be very effective. So how you gonna just remove that from?
That is why. So everybody that lands a good jab, I got to put them on the pound for pound list.
No, but if somebody win two whole fights with just a jab, okay.
Let me play the same game that you do. So everybody that lands a jab, that has a good jab, and that's it, should be on the pound for pound list. So kick Devin off and put Jermell.
No, I ain't saying that for now.
Because Jermell Charlo has a better jab than Devin does. So put Jamal on there. Who else do I want to put up there?
You think Jamal Charlo got a better jab than Devin?
Yes, absolutely I do.
He probably got a harder jab, but look, he's up in a higher weight class though. He's in a heavier weight class.
You know what else he's done? He's won championships in multiple divisions.
He ain't never been undisputed.
So what? So what?
We don't know if he can beat Demetrius Andrade yet.
What's the scoring criteria? What's the scoring criteria?
You said clean.
Excuse me. Are belts in the scoring criteria? Do you score how many belts somebody has in a fight? Then that's not in the criteria.
Bro, that's not in the criteria, but that shows that the person can beat is
dude, stop it. You are wiggling around, dog, you're wiggling around, bro. You will try to find any reason for Devin to belong on there. You are just talking. Now you're saying, well, he's got more belts. You don't score belts. You don't. Oh, he's got a good jab. So does Jamal Charlo. Well, let's see why it's not Jamal. No, man, I got to let you go. That's the fanboyism, bro. I can't do the fanboyism, dog. Nice talking to you. Nice talking to you, bro. Now you want to score. Now you want to score belts. What's going on, Kamal? Come on.
Hey, yo, Fanon, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly clearly, bro.
Okay, that last caller, he didn't understand what the basic criteria pound for pound. Pound for pound is, can your style translate to multiple weight classes? There are legitimate questions if Devin Haney's style, his pity pat and clinch style. Go ahead.
Hold on one second. Tracy Carter, I'm not going to talk to the same person for a half an hour saying dumb shit. Okay? That wasn't smoke. That was bullshit. And no, I'm not going to talk to you for an hour and a half, bro, and listen to you say anything that you want to say and walk all the way down some stupid ass line. From it's a jab, it's to the belts. I got 100 reasons. He got 100 reasons for putting Devin Haney on his list. I explained to you very clearly that he barely won that fight. And he doesn't have clean and effective punching. Period. The reasons why you keep listing and saying that he should be on there are not related to how you score a fight. And I'm not going to keep doing it. My job is not to convince you that you're right. But once you get to the point where you just start just talking to be talking, I got to let you go. And freaking Flyers free to come back later. Now let's see, like Loma was doing pity patting, not Devin. Devin Haney's head is flying back, but those are pity pat punches. I got you. Lomachenko wasn't on the list either. Frequent flyer. Anyway, go ahead, bro. That shit was terrible. Sorry. Go ahead, man. My bad.
Yeah, Fanon, I was just going to say that last guy didn't get the basic criteria of what makes pound for pound. Pound for pound is your style, your method of being a boxer, being able to translate through multiple weight classes. And that's the biggest question with Devin Haney is pity pat, clinching kind of style. Is it going to be able to translate through multiple weight classes? The other guy didn't get that, although on the road to Australia was impressive, the bushwhackers or the people in the audience, bushwhackers from WWF, if you're a fan like me for 9 years ago, those guys are Hall of Famers. They weren't getting into the ring to help Kambosos fight Devin Haney. Kambosos is not somebody we're going to rate him as a fighter, beating him as being this great achievement. He had a great night beating Teofimo, but he's not beating him is not any better than, it's actually, to me, I rank Frank Martin's win over Jackson Marinez and little Michelle Rivera above George Kambosos. I think that Frank Martin is on my personal top 10 pound for pound because his last 2 victories have proven he's legit and nobody wants smoke with Frank Martin, period. I don't care what they say. So the last guy was clearly a Haney fanboy, didn't get what the basic premise of a pound for pound list is, and you just dismantled him perfectly. So I was totally shocked, Fanai, you didn't do a video on Chantel Cameron handing Katie Roughneck Taylor, corporate media's #1 female hype job, her first official loss. I thought you were going to do a video. That was a gimme, guaranteed to get a lot of views, Fanon. The haters would have been out on it. I was surprised that you didn't use that as an opportunity to do a video on that one.
I didn't see the fight.
You didn't have to see the fight to know the result that Katie Taylor lost in her homecoming fight.
I have to watch it. I do. I can't talk about a fight that I didn't watch. It's really tough. But trust me, when I saw it happen, because I forgot that it was on the same day as what? Wasn't on the same day as Devin Haney and them?
I think it was on that same day. Yeah, I think so.
I slipped on that, man. I slipped on. Hey, let me get these cash apps real quick. Coach Ari's sister in the building. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. And also Frequent Flyer, man. Much love to Frequent Flyer. Frequent Flyer know he's full of shit, though. All y'all out here with that nonsense. And my guy, Mr. Thomas, said, I'm already full from you cooking that clown. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate that $5 holler, brother. Thank you. It's essential to the channel, so thank you. It's you. Keep going, brother.
Yeah, so I thought that was an easy layup for Nan. I thought you were going to take it, but I know why you didn't make the video, because you didn't watch the fight, because we all know Katie Taylor should have 3 losses. We all know that she had 2 robbery losses, 2 robbery victories, against Delphine Pursuit, and we knew that Amanda Serrano beat her ass. But Katie Roughneck Taylor, who corporate media has hyped up, Eddie Hearn made this little joke about Clarissa Shields. I don't know if you caught his joke saying, well, I don't know if Clarissa Shields is done VADA testing or if she's clean. Talk about your fighter and her rough neck. Have you seen Katie Taylor's neck? That does not look like a lady's neck. Talk about VADA testing her.
You talk about that Mike? You talking about that Mike Singletary neck she got? Yeah,
I'm talking about that Lawrence Taylor, Mike Singletary, Mike Tyson kind of neck Katie Taylor has. And you want to talk about Clarissa Shields joking around with her fight when she went to Britain and beat that girl Terry Harper, whatever her name was. When she went, she was like, I don't know if they're doing VADA testing in that fight. Eddie Hearn said that. Well, talk about your fighter. I don't know if she's doing any VADA testing. Let me just say, I'm really disappointed in Hannah Gabriel. Hannah Gabriel gave Clarissa Shields her toughest fight. She went to Clarissa Shields' weight class. So I was looking forward to the rematch. And for Hannah Gabriel to have something in her system and to get pushed off that fight, that was just a lost opportunity, because that was a rematch that was, honestly, I was looking forward to, man. So huge disappointment with Hannah Gabriel being on something, dropping the ball, and losing out on that rematch. The thing that you brought up yesterday about Errol and Crawford is something else I want to bring up. Errol is more experienced because iron sharpens iron. He's better prepared. He's fought the better competition. Iron sharpens iron, and steel is forged in fire. So Errol has a 1 leg up on Crawford when it comes to being better prepared in terms of quality of opposition. And that's why I hope all these dudes in corporate media, I hope all these so-called greats in boxing, I hope they put their money where their mouth is, and the odds are in Crawford's favor in that Errol Spence fight. Because if Crawford is a big favorite, Fanon. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put a lot of money on Errol Spence. I hope these dudes put their money, and they usually don't, as we've seen with these Crawford fanboys and these Haney fanboys. They usually don't. But I hope all these dudes put their money where their mouth is, and Errol is an underdog against Crawford, because then I will put some money, some big money on Errol Spence to beat Crawford. But just like you said, Fanon, said it 100% correct. Steel is forged in flames, and iron sharpens iron. That's why Errol has the big advantage there. So again, going back to Haney, the biggest thing that these people don't get with pound for pound list, again, is the ability to translate through multiple weight classes. And although Haney is the undisputed champion of 135, he hasn't fought the best fighters in his division. So when there are legitimate concerns, if he could beat Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, and then Division North, Rougarou, even Josh Taylor, Gary Antoine Russell, okay? If he could beat my guy, Regis Prograis, Rougarou, if he could beat these guys that we're talking about, then there are legitimate concerns about him being on a pound for pound list. That's the definition. If we have concerns about his style translating to other divisions, if we say, yeah, he may be undisputed at 135, but you know what? He has not beaten the best competition there, then that is a legitimate concern for not putting somebody on the pound for pound list. If I say I'm not sure his style is going to translate against someone like, someone in a northern division or someone like Tank, then I totally get you for not putting him on the pound for pound list, Fanon. And I just got to say this one last thing. We talk about rematches and Devin Haney. Even old-ass Carl Froch, like him or hate him, Carl Froch rematched George Groves and knocked him out in front of 80 or 100,000 people in Wembley Stadium. Carl Froch was a Hall of Famer. He didn't need to rematch George Groves, but there was controversy about the first stoppage. And yes, Haney fans, Carl Froch had a stoppage win over George Groves. It wasn't a decision. And people said the stoppage came too clearly. So in addition to all those other examples that Fanon and I gave you about people running it back, here's another one, Carl Froch running it back with George Groves. So once again, Fanon, I encourage you, if you can't watch that Katie Roughneck Taylor fight, go ahead and do it, because corporate media took another L with that, and that was great to see. And then they took another L with Conlon losing. Conlon got knocked out again yesterday, Mick Conlon. Corporate media's taken an L there. And yeah, if you don't understand the basics of a pound for pound list, you can't argue with Fanon. I mean, Fanon's the Don, man. So you know what? And I got to say this, my pound for pound is not as defined as yours, Fanon. I liked it. But my pound for pound top 5, number 1 is Errol. Number 2 is Jermell. Number 3 is Beterbiev. Number 4 is Tank. Number 5 is Usyk. And then, undefined 6 through 13, I didn't rank them, but they're all through there, 6 through 14 or whatever. I got Cool Boy Steph up there. I got Frank Martin. Again, Frank Martin is underappreciated and underrated because people don't realize beating Lil Michelle Rivera and then Jackson Marinez, who should have been undefeated going into that fight, was a tremendous accomplishment. I got Benavidez there, Inoue. I got Shakur there, Boots is there, and my guy David Morrell Jr. I know people say they want to see more from David Morrell Jr., but guys got to give him the opportunity. So the same tools who are saying you got to activate your mandatory will tell David Morrell Jr. that he can activate his mandatory against Canelo, and the WBA will activate his mandatory to let David Morrell Jr.
That's all David needs to do. You just call up. That's all you need to do to get a Devin. That's killing me. That's all David Morrell needs to do is just call up the WBA and they will make Canelo fight him. Easy as that.
All activate his mandatory, right, Fanon? Activate your mandatory. That's all you have to do. And you know what, Fanon? Last thing I promise, because I know I don't want to take up too much of your time.
No, you're good, man.
You know that I don't respect Tio. I think he's ass. I think he is, he clearly lost to Sandor Martin, had no reason, no desire to run it back. Fighting Josh Taylor, who clearly ran away from Catterall. That is the battle of the Ducks. But he clearly beat Lomachenko to me and to more people than if you're comparing Tio versus Loma to Devin versus Loma. And Tio's not on my pound for pound list, and he's not on yours. And when you compare the two performances, people will say, the vast majority of people will say, that T.O.'s victory over Loma was more defined than Devin's win over Loma. So until you get the criteria of pound for pound and being able to translate through multiple weight classes, then you can't have an argument with Fanon, because this guy is the best. If I have questions about somebody's ability to go up multiple weight classes or even to fight the best in their weight class and get the victory, then Fanon is perfectly within his rights to not put that guy in the pound for pound top 5, top 10, whatever he wants to. All right, Fanon, that's all I got. I think I covered everything. If you have any questions for me, I'll answer them in the chat. I'm out.
All right, for sure. All right, brother. Hey, let me get these couple cash apps, man. My guy Clarence said, I don't know about your list, but it's still entertaining. Thank you, brother. That's all it is, man. Hey, Clarence building, brother, thank you for that support, man. It really does make a big difference to the channel. Also, yeah, man, it's just for entertainment. It's all for entertainment, man. When people go too far over it, bro, go too far into it, man. It makes it a little less fun. But my guy Frequent Flyer said, bang, bang, Cash App gang. That's my guy Frequent Flyer, brother. Thank you, man. I like Frequent Flyer as a dude, man. Thank y'all for the support, bro. Thank you for supporting in the Cash App. My guy SO504 in the building. What's going on, man? What's going on to Atlanta? What's going on to New Orleans by way of New Jersey?
What's up, baby? Look, man. I said this in the chat, in a live chat. Your pound for pound list is not yours per se, for now. But when I say yours, I'm talking about everybody who has a pound for pound list. It's subjective. Nobody shouldn't be able to. Nobody should have even any kind of credence to tell you who should and should not be on your pound for pound list. That's your opinion. First off, let's get this straight. My man kind of sort of touched on the last caller that called in. He was kind of on the same page with me. I disagree with him respectfully with the last thing he said. I think Teofimo went in and Devin Haney went over Lomachenko was both kind of sort of the same as just what you was looking at. I would say this on the Devin Haney fight. I honestly, for now, watching the fight with a keen eye live when I was watching it by myself, I actually gave the fight to Devin, just off for points scored. And then when I went back and watched it, I could see how a person would go 7-5 Loma, 7-5 Devin. But if I'm just being 100 with you, because I watched this fight so many times, I gave rounds, and then we're gonna get to the pound for pound. I gave rounds 1, 2 to Devin with not much going on in round 1. I gave round 3 to Loma. I gave round 4 to Devin and 5 to Devin. 5 was another swing round. 6 Devin, 7 was a swing round. 8 definitely Loma. 9 was a swing round. But I gave it to Devin. And 10 and 11, people say 10 was Loma's most dominant round. I disagree. I think 11 was Loma's most dominant round. I think 10 was fighting halves, and I think Loma dominated 11. Loma dominated 11 the whole 11 round through and through. And then Loma fell back a little bit on the 12th round. So you can have a 7-5, 8-4. That 112, 116 call was one point away. Just watching it, and I put it what I did. Honestly, for 9, I slowed it down on YouTube to 0.75 and watched the whole fight, so I could actually look at every point that was landed. But you can't argue which way that fight was that close. But to your point, for 9, this is the thing, man. And I'm a Devin Haney fan, but I'm a Lomachenko fan. Here's the thing. If they were the same size, I don't see Devin Haney beating them. And what people got to understand is this, bro. When you say pound for pound, my man say translated through weight classes. I get it. But Pacquiao translated through weight classes, but Pacquiao can't translate through all the weight classes. So that's an opinion. When I say pound for pound, if I take every fighter that's fighting right now and I could put them in a machine and make them the same exact size for me, the same exact size, pound for pound, who will win those fights? And that's the thing you need to ask. If you could go, so we could with Devin Haney fighting style, with the power that he has in his weight class that he's fighting in, and I believe Devin could box. If we could take Errol Spence with his style and make him and Devin Haney the same size, who will win that fight. If you could take Javante Davis and make Devin Haney and Javante Davis the same size, they're weighing both at 135. They can do that. But most people will argue back and forth that Tank will stop Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, it should if Devin Haney was pound for pound. My thing is this: barring everybody being the same exact size, I'm talking about the same exact size, would you still have him on your pound for pound list? If you do, cool. But if you want to be honest, I don't see Devin Haney in there with the likes of people that if we were all the same size, if Tank was the same size, if Jamel was the same size, just because of the fortitude. And I think Devin is a dog. I think he'll get the credit for it. I just don't think he have the oomph to keep people off of him like that. People say he hits hard enough. You know what I'm saying? People ain't walking through him. And I agree with that to a point. But my thing is, what happens when he goes up to 140 and he's actually fighting somebody like a Rugu? My thing is, he probably can outbox my boy. But my thing is, what happens when he can't hurt Rugu and Rugu gets him? That's the thing. What happens when he gets to him and he's forcing Devin to actually have to trade? It's going to be a problem. And you can't say, oh, Devin didn't jab like the two callers ago. He said, well, Devin didn't use his jab. The reason why Devin didn't use his jab because he couldn't. He couldn't. Lomachenko footwork took Devin jab away. Devin didn't take Devin jab away. Devin was trying to jab at the beginning of the fight. You know what I'm saying? He just couldn't because Loma footwork took it away. So he resorted to his game plan, which I think was his game plan anyway, was going to the body. But don't get the game twisted, because the two callers, I hope you listening to this. Go back to, I want to say, the 7th round when him and Bill Haney was in the corner. He was literally telling Bill that shit ain't working. Bill say stick to the game plan. He was like, man, but I'm telling you, he ain't there. He said that. So if he had an alternative, if he could go back to his jab, he would have, bro. So we can't just say when his jab is. I think he does have a good jab, but my thing is this: what happens if that gets taken away? Pound for pound, you got to be able to adjust, bro, and dominate. If we was all equal in the same size, and I'm done. That's all I got to say about pound for pound. And if you want to know my pound for pound list, it changes from fucking week to week. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, it's all subjective, bro. Ain't none of the junk objective.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for your
My bad.
breakdown. All right.
Yep.
Yeah, because I can't argue with anything you said. Can't argue with that. You back at it. What's going on, Dean?
Hey, man, I only called back up. I'm sorry for now. I ain't know.
Sorry, man. Just what you want to talk about, bro.
But the last two callers, man, they was phenomenal, man. I really enjoy listening to them. And they had me, especially the caller before last, he had me laughing over here. I'm not going to lie online. I got a frequent flyer. Let me say something to you. And the reason why I wanted to call back up, when we was talking about your pound for pound list, sir, and I was saying why it's so hard for me to sit up there and make one or to even dive into that conversation, is because people think people are just sitting up here saying stuff about Devin just to say it. And I had to come up here because I seen the chat was going crazy. Even when y'all started talking about other stuff, they still was on it, right? He called and did all that about Devin and saying, well, he does this good against he don't do that well against southpaws. But then came right up and said Dean was tripping for saying that you crazy if you think that Devin has a chance to beat Tank or Shakur. But then continues to go on to say that southpaws will take away his jab and he has trouble with that. That's why I said it, sir. It's back to my first point, Fanon, about what you are watching. If Devin cannot jab against Shakur Stevenson, whose defense is way better than his, whose effective punching is better than his, how does he beat him? Shakur is not that much smaller than Devin. He's bigger than Tank, but he's smaller than Devin, but bigger than Tank, and has phenomenal footwork. So if Devin can't jab him, what happens next? So then to sit on there to argue with you for a half an hour,
and he was on here a long ass time, just so you know.
For a half an hour, Fanon, and then to admit that Devin has trouble against southpaws, and then said Kadeem is crazy for sitting up there telling the world that y'all tripping if y'all think he could beat Tank Davis. Did you see Lomachenko hitting this guy? If he gets hit, okay, for now, what round was that when Devin got knocked back and he went up against the side? It looked like he was about to go out.
I'm pretty sure it was the 10th.
It was the 10th
It was either
round,
10th
right?
or the 11th. It was either 10th or the 11th, but I think it was the 10th.
If he got hit with that punch by Tank Davis, fight is over. And I'm not just saying that to say that because I like Tank Davis. I am saying that based off of what I watch, what I have seen. What I have seen every time Devin has been hit super clean with a good shot. He stumbles and fumbles. That's a fact, for 9. I'm not going to get on your channel and lie because I like
No, man, we good. Look, dude, I feel you.
You know what I
feel
mean?
you.
Because if you want to be honest, and this is to go on to your pound for pound thing. I got Tank Davis being the best fighter in fighting, period. If I had a pound for pound, Tank Davis would be number 1. Because now we're not talking about who they fight, XYZ. We talking about it, like the guy SOS, I think, right before. I like his criteria. If you made them all the same size and you put them in a boxing tournament, who would come out? I keep telling everybody why Tank would be over all the rest of these guys. And I don't know if you agree with this. You can let me know.
Hey, man, frequent flyer. Hold on, man. Frequent flyer, I'm not doing that dumb shit no more. Okay, I'm just telling you, dude. I'm not. Let me give a second here, man. Dog, I don't want no fanboy shit. Okay, everything is not about Devin Haney, man. This shit gets on my nerves. It's not all about Devin Haney. God, dog, y'all don't buy his fights. The fights are all 12 rounds. He has not had a knockout in a decade. I don't know why you think I should say that this dude is better than all these other guys when he can get in there with Yuriokas Gamboa and he can't finish Yuriokas Gamboa. He got in a ring with Jorge Linares. Jorge Linares had already been knocked out by 5 other guys. 5. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, 5. He had been knocked out by 5 other people, including Lomachenko. And then after Devin Haney went the distance with him, he got knocked out in his next fight. He got knocked out in his next fight. In the next fight after that, he lost and he retired. Dude, the man, I do not know how I can tell you this and you will not believe me. He cannot punch. That shit's gonna catch up with him. I am not putting anybody on my pound for pound list that can't bust a grape. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna have me get an NBA team with somebody that cannot shoot and cannot dunk. Sorry. If you either cannot dribble, I'm not putting you on my team if you cannot bounce that ball. I don't care how well you shoot. If you can't bounce that ball more than 5 feet without turning it over, I'm sorry, you are not an NBA level player. If you cannot defend your position at all, sorry, you're not an NBA level player. You can say what you want to say about what is his name, Jocko not being dude. The man, if he's standing straight up on you, can defend you. He can't stop everybody. But no, Devin Haney has a glaring hole. He has a glaring hole. And it is his lack of punching power. When you have Gervonta Davis saying, I am going to walk right through you and knock your ass out because you can't punch. What do you think I'm going to do? You don't think he means that? You don't think he means that? You don't think he's looking at you like, yeah. Okay. Hit me. You take 2, I'll take 1. You take 2. He literally can go in there with Devin Haney and do an Orlando Salido with him. And Devin's never going to get out of that fight. I don't believe Devin's power. I don't believe it. And that is not me making it up. That's not me hating on him. That's just me telling you. He has glaring weakness, not a weakness. He has a thing that is not in his repertoire.
Yes.
Which is if things are hot and those other things are working, he cannot keep somebody off of him. He can't. And somebody his own size, Errol Spence Jr. Let me tell you, we talk about pound for pound, right? Errol Spence Jr. is the same size as Devin Haney. They're the same size.
Yes.
They are both about 5'8". They both probably walk around in the mid 160s. Errol Spence may be a little bit heavier. Errol Spence Jr. in the ring with Devin Haney. Devin Haney will retire before he takes that fight or after. He's either going to retire before or after because Errol's going to break something on his ass. No doubt about it. There's zero chance of him going from 135 to 147 and beating those dudes. Why? Because he can't punch. If Gervonta Davis was tall enough to go to 135, all those dudes would have to worry about Gervonta Davis at 147. If he was big enough to go and fight, they would all have to worry about him.
No, even Errol
would have to. Errol would. You can't get caught. You just can't get caught. Hey man, I gotta roll to the next dude, Dean. My bad.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. And make sure you come back next time, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, for sure. So I see you, Rollo. I see you, Rollo. Here it comes. Here it comes. Hey, thank you, brother. Somebody, big time, expensive paper in the Cash App, brother. Thank you, man. You didn't say anything in it, but brother, thank you so much for that support. You know what's going on around here. Thank you. Devin can box, have a good jab, but no punching power. I don't want to keep talking about Devin, bro. You all want the man on the list. I say put him on your list. Not Crawford got dig in him. Not Crawford. Crawford got dog in him. Crawford got something to get Errol off of him. Maybe he does. Rollo in the building. What's going on, man? And I know you about to talk about Devin. What's up, Rollo?
What's up, y'all? So let me just tell you how my morning went. So I woke up, I got some Frosted Flakes, and then I seen your list, and I almost spit out my food, man. You got the worst list ever, bro. Let me start by
first of all, let me start by this. I'm gonna fry you like fucking bacon.
Hey, I'm gonna fry you back,
nah.
Watch.
You come out this motherfucker and start insulting me right off the bat, I'm gonna fry your dumb ass like bacon. You remember I said it when you start running your mouth. I'm gonna fry your ass like bacon.
Okay.
Go.
I ain't scared.
Explain to me why go through my list, and I need you to walk through every one of them and tell me why they don't belong on there.
Let's start with Shakur Stevenson and his placement. That's the biggest problem with my list, with your list. You got Shakur Stevenson above Jamal Charlo?
Yes.
What? In what way? What?
You tell me why he's not.
My question is,
I'm not going to defend shit to you. You're going to explain to me why Jermell Charlo needs to be at whatever number that is, and Shakur needs to be at another number. You explain to me exactly why he should be 2 and not 6.
Shakur needs to get bummed down. You got him over an undisputed champion who fought great. Each person that Jamal Charlo fought.
I got Errol over an undisputed champion. You ain't complaining about Errol. Errol's not an undisputed champion.
He has 3 belts.
I got Errol over him too. So that undisputed champion needs to be above Errol.
Yeah, Errol has 3 belts.
Errol is not undisputed. So thank you. He's got 3 belts. He's not undefeated. He's not undisputed. So if he ain't undisputed, I guess Jermell needs to be over him too, right?
I could understand somebody with 3 belts.
I don't give a shit what you understand.
On the way,
don't use different standards. You said because Jermell Charlo's undisputed, he needs to be over Shakur Stevenson. So I guess he should be over the top of Errol Spence Jr. too. So Errol needs to be bumped down.
No, I'm
supposed to make a list based on belts. That's what I need to do. I need to order who has the most belts and list up the number of belts in order and then put them on the list. That would be the number of championship belts. That's a different list altogether.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm
Yeah,
saying
it
is I
is.
could
I don't care
understand.
what you're saying. That
I
is
could
what you said.
understand somebody with 3 belts who is fighting for undisputed. I could understand them being higher on the list.
Oh, you can
That's
understand a
understandable.
guy. You can understand a guy with 3 belts being higher on the list, but not a guy that won 3 belts in 2 divisions. One is the WBO. One is the WBO championship at 130, at 126, and then he was a unified champion at 130, holding both the WBA and the WBC and the WBO. And he's an Olympic silver medalist. He's a multi-divisional champion.
Silver?
Not one, multiple divisional. Multi-divisions.
Silver medalist? Oh, yeah, not gold. Oh, okay.
He is a silver medalist, and he is a multi-divisional world champion.
The runner-up champion in Olympics. Okay.
He is an Olympic silver medalist. You can call it whatever you want to call it. And he is a 2-division pro champion in the pros. If you want to talk about accolades.
What does he have now?
However, his defense is better than Jermell Charlo's. His defense. Do you know how you score fights? Do you know how you score fights?
It's 4.
What are the 4 criteria? What are the scoring criteria for boxing matches?
I can't name all of them. It's ring.
There you go. So you can't even name
punching,
them. You can't, excuse me. Like I said, frying you like bacon, dummy. You don't even know how to score a boxing match. But you want to tell me my list is trash and jump up here talking crazy. Like I said, fry you like bacon because you don't even know how to score a boxing match. Maybe you should come back after you know how to score a boxing match.
You didn't fry me. You just talking over me and you talking loud, man. You didn't get my. You didn't let me get my.
Hold on. Let me be quiet then. Let me be quiet.
That's not frying me if you not let me get my point across.
Do you know how to score a boxing match?
Like I said, it's 4 criteria: ring generalship, effective aggression, effective punching. I could look it up really fast.
Thank you. So the answer is no.
I just don't know
right now. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Did you know it? Did you know? Let me speak softly. Did you know how to score a boxing match when you jumped on here telling me that my list was trash? Is that
it don't take a rocket scientist to score a boxing?
No, which it doesn't. It takes somebody that knows how to score one. Do you know how to score a boxing match?
Yes, I know how to score a boxing match.
How do you score? What are the 4 boxing criteria? You didn't know it 30 seconds ago.
I got 2 of them, right? So I could just
no.
If I really needed to.
Yes, you do. You need 4.
Yeah,
you need to know all 4. You need to know all 4. You need to know how to score a boxing match before you can tell if somebody even won one.
Even if someone didn't know the criteria, if someone getting their ass whooped, that's
if you
who won the fight.
Don't know how to score a boxing match, how do you know who won?
You could tell one person getting their ass whooped and one person not. The person getting their ass whooped is losing. The person whooping ass is winning. At the simplest terms, that's what it is.
No, that's not. That's not simple. That's not even right. That's not a scoring criteria. That's dead wrong.
We can talk this lawyer talk, or we could talk.
It's not lawyer talk. It's a boxing match. It's a rule. Do you know how to score a basketball game? If somebody puts the ball in the basket, it's 2 points. If they put the ball in the basket from behind the 3-point line, it's 3 points. If they put one in from the free throw line, it's 1 point. That's how you score. Do you know how to score a football game?
It wouldn't take a rocket scientist
if you didn't know. You get a touchdown.
Can I say this point? If you didn't know basketball, it wouldn't take a rocket scientist to realize this team scoring more points than the other one
to score
than they winning.
Boxing match.
Tank whooping people's ass, knocking them down. He's winning.
You don't know how to score a boxing match. You don't know how to score one.
Bro, that lawyer
I don't know why anybody would take your opinion on who won one seriously at all. And I let you talk.
Don't work with me. That lawyer talk don't work with me.
What lawyer talk?
That's you trying to justify it. Like I said before,
you don't know how to score a boxing match.
That's the simplest way.
How do you score a boxing match?
I could Google the rest of the 4.
Google. Did you know it? Did you know how to score a boxing match before you got on this channel?
Common sense. That's how you score a damn boxing match.
No,
One
it's
person
not
getting
how
their
you.
ass
It's
whooped.
not how you score.
One person not getting their ass whooped. Who's winning the fight? Who's beating each other's ass?
I don't know if you don't know how to score a fight.
Back in school, when I used to see people fight, I didn't say, "Oh, who got the most?"
Because that's not
one
a boxing
person got
match.
their ass whooped. One person didn't. He won the
Because
fight.
that's not a boxing match. Because that's not a boxing match. I'm sure when you played a football game, I'm sure when you went to a football game and saw somebody score a touchdown, you knew what that was. But that's not a boxing match.
I thought you was gonna cook me.
You have to know what a boxing match is.
You ain't cooking nothing.
Do you know how to score a boxing match? Yes or no?
Yep. Like I said before, who getting their ass whooped and who not?
You're wrong.
What is it then?
It is clean, effective punching, ring generalship, defense, and effective aggression.
And what does that translate to?
And you score it on a 10-point must system.
If you're doing all those 4 criterias, then
I've answered
most
the question
likely
for
you're going to be whooping the
You don't know how to score a boxing match. If you don't know how to score a boxing match, how do you know who the best boxer is? And if you don't know who the best boxer is, how could you say anything about my list if you don't know how to score a fight?
Because you got a guy on there who has 0 belts and his best fight is Oscar Valdez, which is a B fighter.
Again, you don't know how to score a boxing match. Again, you don't know how to score a boxing match. How can you possibly talk to me and you don't know how to score a boxing match? This is basic fundamentals. You're talking boxing and you don't know how to score a boxing match.
You're trying to get technical on this lawyer talk, bro. And that's unnecessary.
No, you know what I'm doing? I told you. I knew you were dumb before. So
I ain't
just
dumb,
waited.
brother.
I waited.
I ain't no dumb dude, bro.
You can't be any more dumb than express an opinion about something that you don't even know how to score. You don't know how to score a boxing match, but you're up here arguing with somebody about something you don't even know how to score.
Being dumb, bro. What the hell? I ain't no
It's
dumb
being
dude, bro.
uninformed. What do you want me to say? Ignorant? You want me to say ignorant? Okay, you're not dumb. You're ignorant of how to score a boxing match. That's a fact.
As they get. Better believe that.
You are ignorant as to how to score a boxing match. So you cannot tell me who the better fighter is if you don't know how to keep score. You can't do it. Nobody can do it.
Being lawyer talk, bro. It's all that lawyer talk.
It's not lawyer talk.
What I go by, you know what I'm saying? One person whooping ass, they dodging, they punching, they look like they wouldn't, they winning the fight. Bro, it's simple, bro. We don't need all that.
Wrong.
Lawyer shit.
Wrong. Let me assure you, you can sit here and think you're not looking stupid. But man, you are.
Man, I don't care about if you think I look stupid. What the hell I look like? I'm a grown ass man, nigga. I care about anybody.
I don't know what you look like. You don't
I look stupid.
I don't know what you look like.
I gotta take care of my family. I work.
I don't know what you look like. You don't show your face. I know you sat there and insulted me as soon as you jumped on here. So don't think I'm not gonna fry you. And you got fried.
You didn't fry anything, bro.
Yeah, you did. Now that's the face of somebody that don't know what he's talking about.
It's the face of me, bro. What are we talking about?
Yeah. Do you know how to score a boxing match?
Yeah, I just told you.
No, you didn't. I told you.
I told you my how I do it.
No. How do you
one person getting their ass whooped,
match?
The other person whooping ass. The person whooping ass is winning that round. The person that effectively whip the most ass that round won the fight. Won that round.
Muhammad Ali has won rounds without throwing a punch. He's won rounds by not throwing a punch. He put his hands behind his back and won a round with never throwing a punch. How do you do that if it's about who's whooping whose ass? You know why? It's called defense. Because defense is the scoring criteria.
Like I said before, scoring is a matter of opinion.
Now I'm going to go even further. Pernell Whitaker has won rounds without landing punches. Because you couldn't touch him. Because that's defense and ring generalship. You don't know how to score a fight.
Each is subject to each person. If
it is somebody, how you determine.
Everybody can score around differently.
How you determine each of those scoring criteria is subjective, but the actual way that you score is not. Similar to a football game, it is not up to the referees to say if you score, if you run this ball into the end zone, into your opponent's end zone without being touched, with no fouls, that is 7 points. That is
We
not
changing the
up to
sports
the,
now,
that
bro.
is not
We
up
ain't
to
talking
the
about football.
referee. That is the rules. You don't
We're
know
not
the
talking
rules.
about football. This is
You
boxing.
don't know the rules of boxing.
The subject of scoring a fight or a round is different for every person.
No, it is not.
Yes, that is. You could
No, it is
see a
not.
round. You could see a round totally different than I
No,
can see
it
a
is not.
round. And none of
That
yes,
doesn't mean the
certainly
rules are
can.
different. That doesn't mean the rules
I
are
never
different.
said the rules is different, but I said we could see the round.
I asked you what the
different.
rules were.
Like I said,
And you don't know
say,
the rules.
You say somebody might
tell me
somebody
that
might
you don't need to know the rules.
Somebody
You
could
don't
see
need to know the rules.
Yeah, bro. You don't want to let me talk because I'm cooking,
Bro,
bro.
no, I don't want to let you
like
talk.
I said,
Trust me.
you could, like I'm cooking, bro. Like I said, you could score a fight totally. You could score a round totally different than I can. Like I said, you said Muhammad Ali won a round and he didn't even throw a punch, right? Somebody could have seen that completely different. He didn't throw a punch. He lost that round.
Based on what?
Effective aggressiveness,
Thank
right?
you. The rules. The rules. You have to
Or
look in
just
the rules.
or you could just throw
No,
that.
not common sense. There's no judge that scores off common sense.
He didn't throw a punch. How you gonna win a
There's
round,
no
bro? That's common sense.
There's no judge that scores off off of common sense. They score based on the rules, and there's subjectivity in the rules, but they follow the rules. Just like the boxer cannot kick you in the face because it's not in the rules. It's against the rules. Okay,
that boy, you can't say, bro. You're getting cooked right now, bro.
He won the boxing match. I don't need to know the rules. You don't know the rules, man. You don't know the rules.
Like I said before, I go by it's you can go by who getting the ass whooping and who not.
No, you can't. There's no scoring criteria in whooping ass. You can't even hit him in the ass. What do you mean? That's a low blow.
now you got to resort to that, bro. You got to resort to that bullshit.
Yeah, that's called clowning. Yeah,
you got to resort to that bullshit.
Now, would you like to express your opinion in a way that doesn't insult me? Because you know full damn well
you're the one who insulted me, calling me dumb, bro.
Exactly. You showed it. You said you don't know the rules.
I didn't insult you. You insulted me. You the one who got in your feelings first that had to insult me.
I had to spit out my cereal. That's the worst list I've ever seen. That's not an insult.
That's my opinion, bro. You could have took.
Okay, and that's my opinion that you're dumb. So we both have our opinions. You know what I mean? We both have insulting opinions. I insulted you. I gave you an insulting opinion. You gave me an insulting opinion. I was insulted.
I talked about your list. I never talked about you personally, bro.
And I'm talking about your statements.
I'm talking about the list. You called me dumb. You got your feelings.
You sound dumb. How about that? I'm talking about the sound out your mouth.
Okay, yes, man. Yeah, make sure you clarify
we'll do that one too.
Clarify that the next time.
We'll do that one too.
My phone finna die, bro. Hold on, I got 2%.
All right, Rob. Thank you for coming in and insulting me.
I cooked your ass, bro.
Yeah, sure. Congratulations,
yeah, bro.
Yeah. That's what y'all do. Yeah, that's how you do it. Just say you did it, huh?
Yeah.
You don't know the rules of boxing, but you cook.
We're trying to put that lawyer talk on me. That shit ain't gonna work.
Yes, they do. Lawyer talk works, bro. Lawyer talk works very well.
Not here. Maybe with these other cats.
Really?
Not with me.
Really?
Yes.
Hey, put a 1 in the chat if he got cooked. Let's see how many people agree.
You got a whole bunch of fanboys. This is your page.
Yeah.
I don't care about what these niggas think.
No,
I don't care about what these niggas think.
I got you.
You need the support.
Obviously,
you need the support because you can't stand on your own. You might need these niggas to agree with you. I don't need any of these niggas to agree with me.
Bro, obviously you don't care. It's obvious you don't care.
Exactly. I don't need niggas to agree with me to validate myself. That's what you need, nigga.
You got what you want, though.
That's what you need, nigga.
That's what you got. You got that. You got nobody thinking but you that you did something.
Good.
You got exactly what you need. You and you alone.
Right. Okay.
And you alone.
And what is that supposed to mean? I'm the only one that matters. None of these niggas matter to me.
No, I got you. Nobody matters but you. You the
I matter to myself. My opinion matters to myself.
I got you clearly.
I stand on it. You can get all these people to agree with you. That's what you need. I don't need that.
I do. I need it. I need people not to think I'm stupid. I need it. I need people not to think that I'm going to talk about a sport and don't know how to need the rules.
But none of these people do nothing from me.
Nah, let me be very clear, bro. No, you got me. You got me. You're 100% right. I need when people to listen to me
to agree with you.
Them not to think that I'm talking about something I don't understand, bro.
Me, I don't need none of these people to. They don't pay none of my bills.
I do. I need people when they listen to me to know that I know what I'm talking about.
You need people to agree because so they could donate and pay your shit.
How do you score a boxing match? How you score a boxing match?
Try to go back to that.
How you score a boxing match, bro?
That boy's cooked.
How you score a boxing match, man?
You cook, boy. You in your feelings.
How much you score? How you score a boxing match?
You in your feelings.
Name how you score a boxing match.
You got mad that I insulted your list.
I did.
That hurt you.
Now score a boxing match for me.
That hurt your feelings.
You know how many rounds are in a boxing match, huh?
What, did that hurt your feelings?
Do you know how? You know how many rounds in a boxing match?
I spit out my cereal and that hurt your feelings, huh?
Guess so.
Oh, all right.
How you score a boxing match, bro?
I don't want to talk to you. You too soft, then, bro.
How you score a boxing match?
You too soft.
How you score a boxing match, man?
Like I said, you was in your feelings. You too soft.
How you score a
boxing
boxing
match? You might as well just kick me up. You soft.
You know how to score a boxing match?
You and your feelings over
how you score
a
a
You're
match,
soft.
Man? How you score a boxing match?
You're soft, nigga.
You talking boxing. I'm soft. I got that. Now,
all right, then I don't need to talk to you no more. You soft.
I'm soft. I got it. I'm completely soft. Butter soft.
All right,
how you score a boxing match?
Go ahead, get me off.
How you score a boxing? Now you can leave. How you score a
boxing
match? No, I'm for real. I'm soft. How you score a boxing match?
You want me here, huh?
No, man, I'm emotional and I'm soft. How you score a boxing match? I gave you both of those points. I'm emotional. I'm soft. How you score a boxing match?
I don't talk to emotional soft niggas.
How you score a boxing match?
I don't talk to emotional soft niggas.
You talking to me. You speaking to me. I'm emotional. I'm soft. You speaking to me. How you score a boxing match? How you do it? Do you know? Do you? You don't know, do you?
Did I hear something? I hear a soft nigga. I can't barely hear it.
Let me soft nigga speaking louder. Do you know how to score a boxing match?
I could barely hear. I could barely hear a soft nigga.
Now you're lying. Don't know how to do it, do you?
I don't hear emotional soft niggas.
Rollo. Now, Rollo.
Damn. I can barely hear that shit.
The next time you talk to somebody, consider knowing what it is you're talking about before you do it. Okay?
I can't hear soft niggas.
This emotional soft nigga is telling you this. How about you try to know what you're talking about before you talk? If you don't know how to score a boxing match, don't talk boxing. That's a lesson for you, young man. That's a lesson. Thank you very much for your time, Rollo. Young fella. See you, young fella. See ya. Now, any one of y'all that do that in your life, why? Why would you get up here talking about something you don't even know how to score a fight? You're going to start something with somebody, intellectually start something with somebody, and go to childhood games. You're soft. You're a weak ass nigga. You're soft. You're a weak ass nigga. But you can't score a fight, bro. Bro, man, I swear, bro. Don't know how to score a fight. Next. 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 Does anybody want to speak intelligently about pound for pounds? I'm telling you, if you jump up here insulting with that garbage, bro, I knew what you were bringing beforehand, bro. He pulled some moist dude-ish at the end. Look, whatever, man. I'm sorry about that. Sorry. Don't know how to score a boxing match. Literally could not get off of how to score a boxing match to have the rest of the conversation. But y'all want to jump up me. Y'all want to jump up to me and talk about about my opinion when you literally do not know how to score a boxing match. What's going on, Windy City Assassin?
Man, salute to Fanon, Uncle Fanon, man. Salute to the chat. What's going on with y'all?
I'm chilling, brother. What's your thoughts, man?
Man, I just left a comment. The man was eating cereal because he can't cook. You call that cooking, man? Them eggs half done. That bacon is quite raw. But anyway.
Yes, sir.
4 scoring criteria of boxing. Defense, effective aggression, clean and effective punching, and ring generalship. You can do all 4 things in a round. Willie Pep won around by throwing a jab and nothing but defense. The man could not land, the opponent could not land a punch. I just watched Willie Pep 2 days ago because I was teaching it to my students. Yes, I teach boxing. I'm an amateur boxer. Anybody who knows this know that there's 4 criteria. How could you talk boxing if you don't even know how to score a fight? That's crazy. How can I go and tell a lawyer what the law is if I've never been to law school? That's crazy. How can you even go through life thinking like that? You going through life with your cup full, can never receive anything. You can. I was always taught walk around in life with your cup half full, half empty, however you want to do it, because you always can. Some people always can pour something into you, meaning knowledge. I just don't understand how can these guys get up here in front of thousands of people because it's a they play back, and you're gonna make yourself look quite foolish. And every time you get on a panel, someone's gonna say, "Hey, that's that guy that didn't know what he was talking about. That's that guy that don't know nothing about boxing," and they're gonna laugh you out of the panel for the craziness that you're talking about. But yeah, if Tank was the same size as everybody, I got him pound for pound. Because if Tank was the same size as everybody, I say this all the time. If Tank was 5'9", 5'10", they'll have to worry about him all the way at the lightweight division. If Canelo can do it, why couldn't Tank? And I believe Tank has the better skill than the Canelo. All around skill. It's just crazy. And yes, I understand why you got Shakur over Jamil. Even though Jamil is a great striker, you have to take account of the defense and the IQ of Shakur. If they were the same size, if Shakur and Jamil were the same size, that's what pound for pound is. It's a subjective list, of course, but it's what if they were the same size, skill for skill? Who would win that bout? And if Tank was the same size as a welterweight, as a middleweight, as a heavyweight, whatever, cruiserweight, whatever, Tank skill supersedes those guys because he can take a punch. He has defense, effective and aggressive. The taking a punch is a plus. The chin is a plus, but effective aggression, defense, he has it all. He had all 4 scoring criteria enough to challenge anybody at any weight class if he was their same size. And that's what pound for pound is. Muhammad Ali said it best. He said, yes, I say I'm the greatest heavyweight. But if I had to pick, it would be Sugar Ray Robinson. The man was beautiful. His power, his skill would translate through any weight class. If he was the same size as anybody in any other weight class, it would be Sugar Ray Robinson. And that's my time for now.
Hey man, Windy City, Chi-Town, brother. Thank you, man, for coming by.
For sure.
I'm sorry that wasn't more interactive. I'm coming down a little bit.
No, I understand. That last caller.
Man, I don't know how old you are, man, but let me just, because I see King. I'm gonna actually let King talk because I don't even think King could say some shit that dumb. Look, man. This is just me talking to you. Any of you young men, it's not cool to be ignorant. It's not. If you don't know the rules, you don't know the game. Period. If you don't know the rules, you don't know the game. This young man wasn't honest in a bunch of things. First, this man didn't care anything about Shakur Stevenson. He cared about Devin Haney. At least get right to the point and be honest about what your problem is. Instead of just saying that I want Devin Haney on the list, let's talk about why Devin Haney should be on the list. You jump to some highly subjective ranking between the two that you have almost nothing to really support. I could come up with reasons why Jermell Charlo is ahead of Shakur Stevenson just as easily as I could do the other way around. Just as easy, because I have the ability to understand and think through problems from not just my point of view, but from somebody else's point of view. I could make a convincing argument as to why Devin Haney belongs on a pound-for-pound list. And I could do it in a way that doesn't rely on belts at all. I could just say that I believe that he has clean and effective punching that just don't result in knockouts. But I believe that it will carry into higher weight classes, and because of the other things that he has, it will balance out. You know why? And how could I argue with that? I couldn't. But when you tell me things about the number of belts that he has, and you start telling me about what other fighters don't do, what the other fighter does and doesn't do doesn't have anything to do with Devin. You telling me Devin Haney needs to be on the list because Lomachenko was on the list. What Lomachenko does is not the same thing as Devin. Talk about Devin. Learn how to make better arguments that don't have so many loopholes. And on top of it, don't come in here not knowing what you're talking about and won't even admit you don't know. All right, man, you're right. I didn't know the scoring criteria of boxing. You're right. Hey, maybe I need to rethink that. That's all it would have taken for you not to make me have to do that. I don't want to talk to a young black man like that. I don't want to. I don't. But you, if it's you or me, nigga, it's you. You up here using the N-word at me like there ain't no white people listening. I don't talk to you like that.
No role in their life.
What do you say?
No role models, no father figures in their life. I didn't have a father around all the time. He was out running the street, but I had role models. I went places and did things and with other men that taught me how to respect men and women. Universal respect all over. You know what I'm saying? You don't talk to people that you don't want to be talked to crazy like. You know, you treat people how you want to be treated. You come on here, you calling a man, first you call his list weak, and then only had one problem with it, and that was Shakur. How is his list weak, but you only have one problem with it? That's because you had an ulterior motive.
Because he doesn't know what he's talking about.
And he doesn't know what he's talking about.
And the truth of the matter is, you're upset that I don't, like many other young Devin Haney fans, you're upset by the fact that I don't praise Devin Haney. I don't think Devin Haney is better than everybody else in the world, and you do. If you do, that's cool. I don't. And I can justify my opinion. I give him plenty of respect, but he's not my father. Hey, let me get to the next dude, Windy City Assassin. I'm sorry, brother.
For sure. I'll let you later.
Yeah, man. Hey, but come back again, bro. I so much appreciate you.
All the time. One more thing.
Yes, sir.
They got input, and then when they get corrected on their input, they don't have the wherewithal to even study up and learn and research for themselves what the truth is. Or, just do some investigating. Okay, I was corrected. I was wrong about this. I want to investigate this. I want to know more. I have a capacity in my mind I'm eager to want to learn things if I find it interesting. I want to learn things, and because I don't want to go in there with my butt first and talking out my toes. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me and how I go about philosophy. I want to research. And when I come up with a definitive theory, I can apply that to my life and whatever I'm doing.
For sure. Absolutely. That's a smart way to be. That's called being a grown man.
Yes, sir.
Part of being a grown man.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you for now.
All right, brother. Next time, man. Thank you, Windy City. Thank you, brother.
For sure.
All right. I got you next, King, because you cannot possibly be that bad. Joshua Rice said, for cooking rally, dude is a goofy. Bro, he can come back on the channel next time. I don't even mind. Just to let you know, you can come back. If you talk politely, I'll talk to you again. But I told you, brother, I was going to fry you. And you got fried. I wasn't joking. I knew I could get you any and every time you come anywhere near me, bro. Hey, T. Orlando said, stop lawyering dudes. Man, that shit ain't got nothing to do with being a lawyer. Even though I will tell you, it was the rule. What's the rule? Hey, my guy, John Bowie in the building says, sorry, I was watching John Wick 4. Oh, yeah. No, this was John Wick 4. You better believe that. This was John Wick 4. Dude, I only really want to body Hall of Famers. I don't want to do that to y'all. I mean, I'm saying I don't want to do that with y'all. Dude, don't come up here trying me with no nonsense like that, man. They say he got emotional first. I don't care if I got emotional. So what? Anger is an emotion. I will tell you flat out, you made me angry. Absolutely. You made me angry. Congratulations. If that was your goal, you won. Like what? You think I'm gonna lie? You think I'm gonna lie about being mad? Yeah, you pissed me off. Yes. You like it's like you put your hands on my daughter and you say, why are you getting all emotional about it? Man, you tripping. You tripping. Hey, hold on one second. Hey, forgive. Hey, Kai Hype said, forgive the fellow light-skinned brother. Who's the light-skinned brother? That man wasn't light-skinned. That man was brown-skinned. And I'll forgive anybody, man. No problem. Come back, bro. Nobody should have blocked him. And my guy, Jason, back in the bill. I'm sorry. Expensive paper with the $20 holler. Thank you for supporting the channel, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, so like I said, man, I was looking for smoke. Thank you for that smoke, bro. And you can get back on, too. I know you ain't coming. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. Hold on, man. What's the car look like, dog? You can't show the car. Not let me see the car, man. Come on now. What's the car? Looks like you got a nice ride there. Let me see it from the back angle.
No, I can't show you my plate now.
Oh, good. See? He's not dumb.
There you go.
He ain't dumb. He ain't dumb. Hey. You ain't dumb. I gotta give you that. So, all right, brother, you have established that you are not a complete moron. What do you need, King?
I just got one thing for you. So you said Devin Haney looked bad in his last fight when he fought a top pound-for-pound fighter. But then how do you have Jaron Boots Ennis, who didn't look the greatest in his last fight, in my opinion, against Karen? He showed that he struggled against a guy with great footwork, and he was taking a lot of left hooks as well. Just if you can just explain that. That's all I got.
First of all, Kareem Kukadashian did not win a round against Jaron Ennis. He didn't win a round. That was a 12-round shutout. That fight was a 12-round shutout. All he didn't do was knock him out. That's a 12-round shutout. He was nowhere near in any kind of trouble in that fight. Thank you very much. You do realize that, right?
Yeah.
That he did not lose a round.
Yeah, but if you're looking at him as like the next pound-for-pound great fighter.
What I said was that he did not. You said, why if I said that Devin Haney looked bad, which I didn't say he looked bad. I just said he didn't look great. He didn't look any better than Vasily Lomachenko. That's what I said. Then you said that I said that if Karen Kukadashian, whatever his name, if Jaron Ennis struggled with Karen Kukadashian, he didn't struggle with Karen Kukadashian. Karen Kukadashian didn't win a single solitary round. So your example is very flawed.
Okay, that's all I wanted to ask you.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that,
All
man.
right. All right. Have a good one.
You as well.
Thanks.
Can I have somebody that's difficult, please? Can I have some difficulty, please? Please. Can I have somebody that's difficult? Anybody that's difficult. Hey, Fanon, Terry up here saying blasphemy. That's Terry. I don't pay attention to that. Jay said, Fanon, take that other guy. What is that? Take that other guy out to dinner. He love you. Hey, man, it'd be funny. It's funny, man. Nah, he wasn't nowhere near as bad as that first dude was. God dog, Rollo, what are you doing? God dog, Rollo. Do you see how RuPaul just took his medicine and walked on? Did you see how he just took his medicine and he walked on? Do you see? It wasn't no problem. His question got dismantled very, very quickly, very, very easily. And he just said, okay. And he moved on. You don't know the rules of boxing, but you kept on talking. You walked right into a trap. Right into it. I put a trap I dug a hole right by your feet and told you I was going to do it. I said, stop. I'm telling you, I'm going to fry you right now. And then I picked up a shovel and dug a hole right in front of you. And you walked right into it. And you know you're in the hole. You know you can't get out, but you keep talking. And then want to look like you threatening me. Rollo mad, bro. Hit the link, Rollo. Hit the link. Hit the link, man. We should repair. Let me tell you what my wife says. Have you repaired? When I flip on my son or I flip on my daughter, have you repaired? Hey, Fanon, you seen the fights when cats get knocked out and keep fighting? That was Raleigh. Yeah, I mean, yeah, pretty much, bro. Exhaust ain't sound too bad. He was trying to flex on you. I mean, dude, I was not really giving a fat rat about your car engine, okay? I was just trying to get this dummy to put his license plate on TV so I could find out who he was. But I was leading him there too. Truth be told, he already showed it to me. So that's why I knew he's in there with his car. And I put it on real quick because he was playing around with his phone, trying to show me his car. Hey, man, please don't. Now, man, young man is being cooked. Hey, man, it's terrible, man. It's terrible. It's terrible. I'm so sorry. You know what I mean? That's not good. For me to be behaving in that fashion was not big. G-Man, that's him. I'm gonna call him. Look, I'm gonna call him G-Man Doomsday. G-Man Doomsday said, "You're reasonable." Yes, man, I am very reasonable. What he is considering lawyer talk is called logic. That is not lawyer talk. That's logic. Hey, Fanon, you left me out of the Cash App. My bad. Trust me, I ain't trust you. I ain't trying to do that. I don't. Oh, T. Wells said, sounded like a girl who tells you, hit me. Much love in that Cash App, brother. I'm sorry, man. I missed that, man. Stop the lawyer cap. Exactly, bro. That shit is nothing. Oh, I missed a bunch. My bad. Knucklehead in the building said, Windy City Assassin tried to jab and run, but got KO'd. Windy City Assassins? No, Windy City Assassin's the man. Thank you, brother, for that support in that Cash App, brother. I'm sorry. I was going flip mode style and missed some, man. My guy, Popeye in the building said, I'd ask for some bacon, but it's fried extra crispy. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Anybody else want to get fried today? I'm taking on all comers. I got about another 45 minutes, and I'm taking on all comers. I'm taking on all comers. All comers. Hey, my guy T. Will said, tell that dummy, shut up. I'm getting annoyed. Much love in that Cash App. That man said, you need approval. Yes, I need approval. I ain't gonna lie. I need for people not to think what I say is on its face ridiculous. I need that. There you go, Raleigh. Way to come back, brother. How you doing, man? What's up, son?
Back.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. It got a little intense, you know.
Yes, sir. It's all good. It's much love, brother. I'll
be serious. I mean, opinionated. You know what I mean? I got my opinions. I'll be trying to, you know. And then when somebody starts to try to make me look dumb, I'm a defend myself. You know.
Oh, absolutely, man. I completely understand that, man.
But I mean, I didn't mean to disrespect your list. What I meant, I don't see Shakur Stevenson the way everyone else does.
Okay.
I think that he has more to prove before. I think he definitely has a skill set to be even number one pound for pound, but from what he's done so far, I don't understand how you could put him over somebody like Jamal Charlo who went through hell to get that undisputed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Two rematches. You know, he went through hell. He had to fight a lot of tough dudes. So I think Shakur, you know, he still got a lot to earn. Devin, I'm not even going to mention Devin right now, bro, because
No, mention
we
him,
went
man.
through
No,
that.
bro, look. Get it. Say what your thoughts are, brother. I'm gonna respect your thoughts, man. Really and truly. So
I
just
would
say whatever you feel like saying, man. I'm not going. All that shit is over. I'm glad we can look at each other in the eye like men, and get on past that, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing but respect for you, man.
I
And
respect you too, but you know I'm always on the channel. I like
yeah, that's
to
what's up, man. Yeah, I appreciate your
spit
support
for
too,
a
man. But
minute,
just
you know.
speak your mind. I don't have a problem with you speaking your mind, bro.
Yeah, I think Devin, I could understand him being lower or even I think he deserves to be on the list possibly, but I can see him being lower because you know he beat Cambosis. You know what I mean? That ain't nobody. You know what I'm saying? I think Loma would toast Cambosis. Any other, I think Shakur would definitely toast Cambosis. You know he ain't nobody. So, and then when he actually did get his chance to prove and fight Loma, he didn't look too well. So he still got something to prove too. The belts really don't mean shit because he only beat one person to get those belts. Unlike somebody like Charlo who had to go through, you know, different people to get those belts. So that's what I was just seeing. Shakur high, you know, when I saw Shakur up there, I kind of just like whoa over the Charlo and well I mean Earl, you know, I could see Earl up there because I think let me just say this Crawford. I think Crawford's spot on the list is I think he almost got grandfathered in a way just because everyone was so used to seeing him on ESPN and this and that list that everybody just kind of accepted to the overall just to have him at that, you know, one or two. But in all honesty, he could be brought down too because who's he beating? You know what I mean? Yeah, who is he beating?
Hey, you jumped out. You
Oh my
jumped out.
bad. Somebody was calling
Don't
me.
worry, you back. I'll wait for you. Let me get this one cash app. Brother John Boy in the building said, man, this is John Boy. John Boy said, shout out everybody. Hey, man, thank you for the support, John Boy. Thank you, brother. Go ahead, Raleigh.
Yeah, my bad. My sister, I was supposed to get her some groceries, so she probably blowing me up. But yeah, I was just I just had to come back, bro, because it got a little out of hand. I don't want to be disrespectful or be you know, I'm gonna speak my mind, but I don't want to disrespect you, bro. You know,
Man, likewise, man. It's all good. Like I said, man, ain't nothing
hey,
but water.
it'd
Hey,
be
I'm
some of the
not
best
soft, bro.
conversations when we get
I'm
hot
not
like that.
soft.
Though. If you want
What do you say?
so it'd be some of the best conversations when we get
Yeah,
hot
they
like that.
fun, man. Look, man, I
Yeah.
appreciate you, man. I really do. I appreciate you coming by the channel, man. I definitely respect you getting back on the channel and accepting my invitation to come on here, man. And if I was a little bit, overly aggressive and rude, dog, sometimes I get a little out of hand too, man. So I'm not gonna say, that I wasn't, that I didn't fly at you, because I definitely did. But I appreciate
I was
you coming
turning up
back.
on me, man.
Yeah,
But I
man,
like that because
dog, dude, like I get froggy too. You know what I mean? Like I get froggy too. It's everybody gets I have my temper. You know what I mean? I have my temper, and sometimes I get a little out of hand on my temper. But at the same time, bro, I respect you, man. I really do, and I respect your opinion. And to be honest, bro, you know what you're looking at in the ring, even though I can find a little something here to set you up, set you there. But I'm an old man, bro. I got some tricks up my sleeve. You know what I mean?
he was getting you. I had two of them.
What?
I had two of the.
Yeah, you had two of them, man. It's all love, man. Dude, you know boxing well enough to have an opinion, brother. I appreciate that, and I know that. Just but it's all good, man. I appreciate you coming back, and I hope you continue to come back to the channel, man. And I want nothing but blessings and positivity and success in your life, bro. and you're not dumb. You are an intelligent man. I can tell that you're an intelligent man. So when you said that and I switched to ignorant, that's just me being a smart ass and me being like just being heated with my tongue. I think that you're an intelligent young man. I appreciate you talking to me. I appreciate your backbone, all of those good things, man. You are a good brother in my book all day. Okay?
Yeah, I agree. And you're my elder, so all
It's-
that does mean a lot because I'm on the way up.
Yeah, man, you're doing well, man. You are smart. You're an intelligent young man. You're out here doing things with your life. Clearly, you're not out running in the streets doing shit. You was up here Saturday Saturday morning. I can see that, brother. I appreciate you, man. And do nothing but be blessed and feel nothing but positivity today because you are 100% right in the regard that you don't need what other people think about you to dictate what you feel about yourself. So don't let anything that I said to you, if you took something from it that sounds like it may help you, take that. Rest of the shit you can dump in a garbage can, brother. And I appreciate you, man. Really, I do.
That means a lot too, for real.
Yeah, man. It's like you're young enough to be my son, bro. And I appreciate you. I know where you are in your life, man. I've been in the same place. Just keep being consistent every day. Be productive every day. Set your goals every day. Keep working with them, brother. And you're going to get everything that you want in life, man. And you're going to be good. No joke. And I don't have nothing but respect and wish nothing but well on you.
Thank you. Dang, for real. Thank you a lot, bro.
Yeah, man. It's all good, man. Much love, man. I'll holler at you. Make sure you keep staying back in the chat, okay?
All right.
All right. Love, man. Peace. All right. Hey, much love in that Cash App, brother. My guy said, wrench, please, for Richard Paris. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely, brother. Yeah, I get you. Absolutely, brother. I'll get you. Hold on one second. And then my guy, T. Orlando said, rally gets hard whenever you say that. Come on, man. Don't make me read that. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Much love in that Cash App, bro. And then my guy, Popeye, said, for Fanon and the rally love. Yeah, man, it's all good, man. It ain't none of this. Man, it is what it is, man. Brothers you get in arguments with people, man. You go back and forth, man. It's all love, man. I got to who was I supposed to give a wrench to? Hold on one second. I'm sorry. Hold on one second, man. Hey, Adrian, go ahead and put that thing up, man. For now, you get that Venmo. Let me see. John Boy said, he said, I didn't request a wrench for anyone. Okay, man, I'll check it. Thank you, brother. That was somebody I can get you. Hey, Adrian, just keep coming around. That's a big $40 Cash App, though. That's definitely a huge support, bro. No joke, man. Hey, Richard Paris, let me check because I've seen you before, but let me check. I got to do a check, bro. Because I've seen you before. I don't have a problem doing it, but I just got to make sure that you're not new. If your deal is older, I don't have a problem with it. Just use it correctly. I appreciate that big support. Hold on one second, though, because I got to get to it. You know what I mean? And then I'll look in that Cash App. Hey, y'all hit that link, though, man. There's another link in there, bro. I'm Caribbean. Hold on. That's it. Hold on. It's Adrian, right? All right. The next time I see you, brother, I can check your channel out and make sure that it's good. But I don't have a problem doing it, brother. That's a big support. Thank you. But I don't do it just for the support, but I definitely will. I don't have a problem doing it. Max C said, Fanon showing us all sides today. Salute, young fella. Yeah, man, be strong, bro. Hey, man, I don't wish nothing but love on that young man. Nothing but it. He said, Adrian it's fine. I didn't want a fake. Okay, thank you, brother. I just got to see it. All right, Cole, that's what's up. I just got to see it. Let me just put a comment in the comment section, man, so I can see it where I am. And then my guy Simeon said that was significant. He said that was some significant emotional event. Love it. Yeah, man, it's just what it is, man. Like, dude, look, man, ain't nobody perfect in this world, man, and ain't nothing worth holding on to no drama. Wish nothing but love. Got nothing but respect. I feel the same way about Devin Haney, man. I don't dislike that man. I don't dislike that man at all. You know what I mean? Oh, that was from was Fritz. Oh, was from really? Hold on 1 second. Oh, yeah. My bad. You're right. I read it. Here you go. Got you. My bad. Shout out to Richard Paris. Thank you, brother. I'm sorry, brother. I just read the thing wrong. And let me go to your channel. Sorry, brother. Hey, sorry. Really, I apologize. And you definitely in here, brother. So, okay, yeah, you 2011. Hey, man, I've seen you a bunch of times. So, yes, sir. Wrenching this mug. Sorry, hey, sorry. Sorry for misreading that, man. I didn't mean any offense by it. Trust me. I didn't mean any offense by that at all. So I will give one more cat on this link, bro. He said, but I don't have a way to support. So I asked my brother-in-law to say, oh, okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. Hey, that's my bad, bro. But I got you. There's one more link, man, because I'm having fun today. I got about another half hour. I'm not a fraud, bro. I'm not a fraud, man. You know, we got too many fake apologies. Richard Paris. Hey, look, I checked it. It's an old. He's been around since 2011. So it's not just some situation where he's just gonna make something up. Hey, John Bowie. Richard Paris is legit. Just checked his account. Thank you, John Bowie. Appreciate you, brother. Nah, John Boy, you ain't disrupted, man. Please. And Cal, cool it in the building, said grown man-ish boxing talk and life lessons. Yes, sir. And I will tell you this, though, bro. You're not going to get this out of no 25-year-old. Can I do some selfless plugging here? Mr. North said, always watch, appreciate the content. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. And you're not going to get this out of a 30-year-old. Why are you talking about old people? Age means something, brother. It really does. JD in the building. What's going on, man? I'm trying to get one more cat on here, man, because I've had such a fun time, man. This has been fun. I can't lie. I've had a blast today. An absolute blast. My apologies, Richard Paris. Yeah, man. Hey, I've seen Richard Paris a lot. So I appreciate that support, man. I've been out for months. Love the live. Thank you, Richard Paris. Yeah, I've seen Richard Paris a lot. And welcome to the family, man. Welcome to the family, man. Also, Ray, if you put something in the chat, bro, I'll hit you with that wrench too. So make sure you don't get thrown, you don't get tossed out. make sure y'all don't get tossed out. Anybody else? But seriously, for real, I would love somebody that, is not a young black man that to get on here and do what you got to do. I appreciate it, man. If you did, all kind of people out there on Twitter talking crazy about me. It's right here, man. And you don't have to be on Twitter to do it. You know what I'm saying? John Boy said, my guy JD, a wrench. Oh, absolutely. Much love in that Cash App, brother. Thank you, man. He said, T. Orlando said, I'm gonna time him out. JD in the building. What's going on? Yes, I got you, JD. I got you. Moderated. I don't think that I messed up either. So let me go to the channel while I still got it up. Nah, 2014. You've been around a long time. Long time, YouTube. Nah, G-man. I can't get you no wrench, dog. No, brother. No, G-man. No. No. Nah. Hey, Tortilla Land said too many wrenches. Hey, man, there's a lot of wrenches. But nah, brother, we already know about you and them wrenches, brother. You already done had your hand on one of them mugs once and went to acting a fool. So no chance, fella. No chance. Hey, man, come on. I said I ain't soft. I said I can be soft. That don't mean I'm stupid. Okay. Nigga says salute Fanon, formerly Nikki I. That's what's up. Used to be on every day, but the times down under were conflicting. But I'm back for the support. Hey, that's what's up, brother. Thank you, man. Nah, dog. We are actively trying to keep RuPaul away from a wrench. Don't get carried away, man. Do not get carried away. Hey, you think I'm tripping, man? Please. I'm just telling you, man, that I don't want to, hey, man, much love. Oh, bro, yeah, they coming through now, brother. Thank you, man. Hey, man, much love to my guy in the Venmo. Mr. King said this rally. Oh, my bad. Yeah. This rally, Fanon, that meant a lot to me. Thank you, OG. Respect to you, brother. Thank you, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rally. Appreciate you, man. All water under the bridge, bro. And my guy, Max City INT said, hate to see a young man embarrassing themselves for the clout. It's all good, man. He embarrassed himself, man. It's all love. Ain't no biggie. Man, you think anybody got him? Dude, I've had stuff where I showed my complete ass on YouTube. And I still don't give a shit what people think. So, you know what I'm saying? So I can't, nah, dog. He's right about that. Don't let, man, what people think of you, man, you can't let that control you. You be in a lot of trouble. Easily subject to manipulation. You know what I mean? All the money at stake, nobody throwing punches for free unless you Tyson. Oh, I got that. Stay doing you for now. Thank you, brother. I got that one. Yes, sir. So, man, I showed my entire ass on YouTube. So, who am I to tell you need to care about what I think? You be better not to. It's psychological. That's called mental health safety. Don't let people get in your head, man. Say y'all want to lock me up forever. What you talking about, John Bowie? Ain't nobody timing out John Bowie. I'm still waiting for somebody to click this link though, because this was the day that I was gonna get my pound for pound smoke on Sundays. Yeah, he said my saying is what people think of me is none of my business. Exactly. Not unless they matter. I care what my mother thinks about me. That's important to me. I care what my wife thinks of me. Care what my daughter thinks of me. Care what my son thinks of me. Care about that. That's important to me. But dog, if they don't like me, what am I going to do about that? When you were in a situation, dog, where literally I was in situations where people that are old friends of mine, man, they just look at me super crazy. And I look at them like, now I'm glad that happened to me. Because I know who you are now. I know who you are. You're a fair weather friend. You're a fair weather friend, bro. And I don't need fair weather friends, bro. Because when the weather is fair, what I need a friend for? You know what I'm saying? If you're only my friend when things are good, what do I need you for? Things are good. I don't need a friend. If things are great, I can sit around, walk around by myself, smiling. But if things go bad and I don't know about that, I don't need you. You know what I mean? You need the people that are there when things are not going well. 90% of people are fair weather like a champ. Got that shit right. Fair weather like a mug. As long as you're doing something for them or it's something good in there, and then there you go. But when things go bad, boom, they be out of there. And then be thankful for the times that it happens, because then you don't have to waste time with them. Like I guarantee you with certain people, I will never waste another minute of my life with them. Never have to worry about it because I never have to speak to them. If I see them, I don't have to waste my time walking over there because I know full well that's what you are. I wish I would have known. I wish I would have known earlier. Thank you for showing me. Thank you for showing me who's real. My wife is real. My wife is real. She's 100% real. Down for the cause, the whole nine. Without a doubt. Because saw me at my worst and did not blink. Saw me at my worst and did not blink. Say, catch a case, you will find your real friends. Absolutely. From an old white man, love the channel and appreciate your wisdom. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Leon. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Nah, man, So now me doing that, dog, that should roll off his back like water off a duck's back, man. And that shit don't mean nothing I said means nothing to him. You know what I mean? Nothing to him. I hope. I hope, because I don't want to put any negativity out on him, even though I will fly on y'all. But any of y'all on Twitter with all of this dumb stuff, y'all know y'all listen to this chat and you know you didn't show your face. You know you don't agree, and you know you didn't show your face or your voice. Oh, who's your pound for pound? Oh, you got to follow me on Twitter to get it. For now, I don't even talk like that, and I'm 25. Who's my pound for pound? I already did it. But again, I bit the pound for pound list too. By the way, I was shocked that I bit. Hey, can somebody tell me how old a pound for pound list is? Like, anybody have an idea how long people have been putting out pound for pound lists? And who created the pound for pound list? I'm almost at the end of this because none of y'all got a nerve to get on here and talk to me. Because I know y'all know what's coming. Shay says, when I caught a case, found my real friends. Yeah, you do. They don't want that smoke. No, they don't. I just want to know how long they've been around so you guys can stop implying that I bit a pound for pound list off somebody who I got a lot of respect for. Good dudes. I didn't steal the concept of a pound for pound list from Ring Magazine. Even though Ring Magazine has had pound for pound out for like decades at this point. I don't know. It probably was Ring. Probably was Ring. Or I wouldn't even doubt if Ring bit it off KO Magazine. I don't know what it came. I know that it has been around for a long time. So I don't know how you guys out here telling me that I'm biting pound for pound lists off people. Like, I'm sorry, classes created in 1800s. No, I'm talking about the pound for pound list. Like just the idea of a pound for pound list. Not since Oscar, what is that, owns it? Nah, I mean, the Ring Magazine is like, it's literally a shell of itself. It's a shell of itself, man. Because you don't need it anymore. You know, it's not necessarily that the guys on there are bad people. Stop racing and race baiting. Yeah, I'll try my best. You know what I'm saying? I'll try my best to stop race baiting by like having, I don't know, how many white people do I have on that list? Do I have 2? I think I had 2. I do. It's very black heavy though. It's very Negro heavy though. I will tell you that. Like, I didn't really think of it except for this. The only time that I thought that about the race having a lot of black people was this. When I said the list having a lot of black people on it, this is what I thought. I was like, oh, I'm going to get a lot of heat because I put a lot of black people on here. That's it. I thought to myself, oh, this list is mighty black. It's heavily Negro. Watch, I'll put it up. It's heavily Negro. Look how Negro this is. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Negroes. I have 7 out of 10 Negroes. That right there is going to have people very, very mad. But yet they will say that I'm a racist. And I didn't even think about it. In matter of fact, you know, maybe I should just go ahead and put Dimitri Bivol off and put Devin Haney on there. The person that I think I'm doing the biggest disservice to is Arthur Beterbiev. That's the guy. If anybody wants to complain about how I have it, why do I have Arthur Beterbiev all the way down at number 6? That is where I would think somebody would have an issue with me. What about Beterbiev? Why is he so low? In a way, I don't care what you think. Please, in a way, right where in a way need to believe, need to belong. And if anybody I'm taking off this list for in a way is Devin Haney, because they both got about the same thing. Dude's defense isn't very good. His ring generalship isn't that good. And Devin Haney's, the opposite is true of Devin Haney. They're both undisputed. So, if anybody I would move for Devin Haney would be Monster Inoue. But Monster Inoue also struggled with Nonito Donaire, which is very similar to what took place. Said, OG, shocking enough, I don't see Usyk up there. He's a heavyweight. I don't put heavyweights on there. If Alexander Usyk was not a heavyweight, he'd be on there somewhere around, maybe in place of Steve Fulton Jr. I may have, actually it would have to be Jaron Ennis since he's 10. I would put Usyk on there over Jaron Ennis if Usyk wasn't a heavyweight. Canelo would be on there maybe if he wasn't on juice, but for the same thing, if he hadn't juiced. Same thing though applies with that though, because he looked bad in his last 3 fights. He literally looked bad in his last fights. Devin just didn't separate himself from the pack in his first opportunity to separate himself from the pack. That's it for me. I think Devin's an excellent fighter. Let me do 3 minutes of telling you how great Devin is. I really like Devin Haney as a fighter. He reminds me of Terrence Crawford, but without the power. He showed me maturity and development and toughness in this fight with Lomachenko. He showed a dimension that I did not see. He's not soft. He is a tough fighter. He is a very, very good fighter. Okay? He's a very, very, very good fighter. Definitely one of the best fighters in boxing. One of the 15 best fighters in boxing. And seeing as we got 17 weight classes, that's saying a lot. Stop it. Mike Tyson and Muhammad Ali were on the pound-for-pound list. No, they were not. Muhammad Ali was never on a pound-for-pound list. Never. Muhammad Ali was never on a pound-for-pound list. That's a lie. Show me the pound-for-pound list, man, that Muhammad Ali was on. Let me know when it was, where it was. Yes, they were. Fact check me. When? When was he on the pound-for-pound list? ESPN's? There was no ESPN when he was fighting. Who was he on? ESPN's pound-for-pound list? I don't think Ring Magazine did their first pound-for-pound list until the 90s. Hold on. I don't think they will. No, they didn't do their, because here's the thing. This is how I know you're not telling the truth. Because there were no lists. It was just pound for pound. They just called one guy the pound for pound best. They didn't have a list. It was one guy was the pound for pound best. Not a list. Later on, they started doing lists. Originally, you were just the pound for pound best. That was it. They didn't list. They had the heavyweight champion and they had the pound for pound best. They didn't even have a list. There was no list that Sugar Ray Robinson was on. No list for Sugar Ray Robinson. No list for Henry Armstrong. No list for either one of them. They were just so good that they called them the best. Oh, that's the best fighter when you ignore the heavyweights. Yeah, they're too big. The heavyweights are too big for them. But if these guys were the same size. All right, last link. Man, there you go. There's that link. Being in YouTube prison sucks. Ooh-wee. YouTube prison sucks, bro. There's the link, man. Go ahead. Roger Hogg Walker said, nice job for now. Hey, thank you, man. But yeah, just to correct you, there were not lists. Those are not lists. ESPN was not a major network then. It was ABC and CBS and NBC. ESPN did not start until like the 1980s. Also, I don't think Mike Tyson was ever on a pound for pound list. I don't think he was. However, if you want to put heavyweights on there, that's your priority. That's your prerogative. Mike Tyson didn't need no pound for pound list, partner. He was called the baddest man on the planet. The heavyweight champion is the baddest man on the planet. They were not comparing. And no, we're not people running around getting mad at you if you don't put Monster Inoue over Mike Tyson. That is a mechanism to sell fighters, bro. Hey, John Boy said, I hope you're not losing too much since you're in YouTube prison. Oh, I mean, it's a pretty penny. Let me put it that way. It is what it is. It's a pretty penny. But hey, brother, it is what it is. I'm blessed. You know what I mean? Can't lose what's not yours, though. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but it's expensive for sure. Expensive. John Boy in the building. Thank you, man, for that $5 holler, brother. I thank you so much, bro. But hopefully we'll be out of it soon. We'll be out of it soon, hopefully. And, it'll be what it is. Unless your name Fury Dust. I'm trying my best to keep support. John Boy, you're supporting, brother. Thank you, man. You do more than enough. Thank you, John Boy. No joke, bro. You support a lot. Thank you. I'm fine, bro. Don't worry about it, man. We'll be good. Be good. I'll be good. We'll be good. I'll be good. I appreciate your support, bro, a lot. Richard Paris in the building. What's going on, man? Hold on.
Hey.
Let him on. What's going on, man?
You hearing me okay?
Yeah, you were breaking up for a second, but I can hear you now.
Okay, good. No, I just wanted to add one thing. Pound for pound, by definition, would be if they're evenly matched in weight, right? Like comparing two fighters.
It depends on you. Hold on one second. Larry said, hey, does your Cash have a 1 at the end? No, it does not have a 1 at the end. Only click the link. Mike Larry, there's a link above at the top of the chat. Only just click that link and it'll take you to me. Thank you for asking, but no, it doesn't. There's a guy that tries to steal and doesn't have a picture. This guy trying to steal my Cash Apps. So it's been real funny, man, having to tell people about that. You're on Cash App? Hey, no, I can give you a link though if you click it though. Go ahead, brother. I'm listening to you. Here, if you click this link, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, forgive me if I don't say anything that makes sense because I'm new to boxing. Huh? You're the one that got me into it. So, I was just saying, by definition, when I say pound for pound, how I understand it is that you're looking at where a fighter would be ranked if he's fighting someone the same weight as him, right?
I think pound for pound is people look at it different ways. They say different things. It's just a hypothetical list. So I think that it is important to know what you think it is. So I think it's reasonable to say if you take size out of the equation and these people are all in the same weight class, how do you think that they would fare against each other? And then I look at the scoring criteria of boxing because that's how you score a fight, those 4 areas. So then I look at those guys in those 4 areas, the scoring criteria, and I come up with then just a general idea of who I think's the best. The numbers of it is like, it's very hard to do. Who do you think is, it's hard to rank them. It's very, very subjective.
Yeah, the reason why I ask because, when you're arguing, if you don't have common foundation for how you perceive the list, then it's hard to really argue,
Right.
Either way. But the reason why I ask is because I was kind of wondering why you would exclude someone on the heavyweight list if you're looking at them like excluding size. Because I think it would be fair to say if you look at a heavyweight that barely breaks even against someone that's 50 pounds heavier than him, then wouldn't it be fair to say that, that guy is good or better or best or whatever you want to say?
Okay. Well, the reason that I do it is because the heavyweight division is different than all the other divisions in that it's not a weight class.
Yeah.
There's no limit to it. You can be a guy that's 200 pounds has to fight a guy that's 350 pounds if he's in the rankings, where every other weight class has a distinct way. They don't send it to Martin. Don't send it to Martin Blackwell. They're stealing my name. Larry, just click. If you can't click the link, then don't do it. If you can't click the link. Oh, here, Mike Larry. If it's look at the date If the date says either April or May of 2021 that it was established, that's me. If it says that page is created in the any other year than 2021, that's not me. So just look at the year. If you see 2021, that's me. If you see something that says 2023, that's somebody trying to steal from me. So I don't think that isn't really a weight class. And also, I think it's unfair to heavyweights to say what somebody else in those weight classes can do against a heavyweight when heavyweights are dealing with guys that can knock you out with one punch versus really small weight classes where guys, generally speaking, can't do that. So you really can't judge how a heavyweight fights and compare it to how a middleweight fights or compare it to how a lightweight fights. That makes
understand.
sense.
Yeah, basically you're saying, doing the eye test, it's hard to judge them because it's so much difference in weight.
Yeah, and plus it's just those guys are the heavyweight. Oh, yeah, if you click the link, yeah, it's Martin Blackwell. Yeah, Larry, if you click the link and you saw that, and also look at the year that it was founded. But yeah, if you click the link I gave you, that's me. Yeah, if you click that link, that's me because that's my name, Martin Blackwell. It is. But the fake one had Martin Blackwell on it too. Real quick, Alan Davis in that Cash App, brother. Thank you for that support, brother. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. But go ahead, brother. Finish what you're saying, or continue. You don't have to finish it. Continue what you're saying.
No, I got it. I understand. Just one other question. I want to hear it from you because I like the way you explain things. How do you define ring generalship?
I think ring generalship is really about how you control what is actually going on in the fight. So defense is about somebody not hitting you. Clean and effective punching is about you connecting
So like
with
your
the
positioning,
shot.
cutting people off.
Yeah, like what do I want to do right now? Okay, so like I want to make this guy react to what I'm doing. So a case for me for ring generalship is if Gervonta Davis says, okay, I'm going to make you come towards me. So he starts backing up, moving back, and then your strategy, he makes Rolly Romero walk into a punch. He set it up by the tactics that he used in the ring, the strategy that he used in the ring. So that's kind of like a strategic thing. If somebody says, look, if Errol Spence Jr. says, all right, I'm going to make Terrence Crawford fight me right here. Yeah. And Terrence is trying to get away from him, but Terrence can't get away from him. He's right there with him the whole time. And you say, man, this dude is really trying, he's really making this other guy fight his fight. Right? I think that that's what I think about ring generalship. Who is actually making the fight? Who is fighting, making the fight? Who is making the fight do what he wants it to do? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's how I see it. But it's tough. Control of the fight, controlling interference, of the fight. That's ring generalship. That's a great definition by Windy City Assassin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's all I wanted to ask. And,
all right, man. So where you at, man? You in the Caribbean? Where you at, man? You broke up, bro. You stopped. Them palm trees look nice, though. What'd you say?
Yeah, it's coconuts.
Oh, it's coconut trees? Oh, where you from? Where are you?
Yeah. I'm in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
All right, man. Down you take care. You know where Anguilla is?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's right next to Anguilla.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I know the general area, man. I know the general. All right, brother. You take care, man.
Yeah, you too. Later.
All right, peace. Island folk. Ja, what's up?
What's going on? Peace and blessings. I just wanted to speak on the topic or whatever. As far as pound for pound go, I think they base it a lot off of an eye test more than anything, and then they base it off of like what you're doing in different divisions and stuff. So like, I had to give uh Errol Spence #1 just for the eye test. Like, and I had to give Terrence Crawford pound for pound #2 just because of what he did in different weight classes. But with Tank, I give him #3 because the eye test and what he has shown he could do in different weight classes. And then as far as Devin go, like I give him credit for getting all the belts and beating Loma, but honestly, I don't think he should be on the pound for pound list, like just based off the eye test. And he's still like, I think the eye test is a big part of the pound for pound. Like, you gotta show me something. That's why I believe Anyway is on there, but I don't feel like he translated to the heavier weight classes yet. But that's all I really was saying. Really, just about the eye test. Like Devin Haney, he barely beat Loman. He was under a lot of pressure during that fight, but I think he did win. But you need to see more from, like, if that was the case, then I think just based off of the eye test, I think Boots should be on there because what we see from him, he looked like a pound for pound type of fighter just based off of what we see.
Hey man, I
But
ain't got
that's
any
all I
problem with what you said, man. I think it's all the eye test. Like all of boxing is an eye test. Hey, my guy John Bowie said, Joey, wrench if possible free. For sure. I got him. I see him. Yeah, all of boxing is an eye test. Let me check.
yeah.
Let me check this. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, man. I gotta do one thing. Just gotta check. All right, Joey in the building. Yeah, man. Joey been around for a long time, bro. Joey should have been had a wrench. All right, I got Joey. Thank you, man.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna say. That's my top three though, and I put Shakur up there as number four just because like he already did something in the smaller weight classes. Plus the eye test, you see like his skills. Like Devin Haney, I feel like he's he wasn't, he's a really good fighter, but he wasn't like Shakur, Tank, and them. They seem more bred for it to me. Like they was born to fight. Like Devin Haney seemed like somebody he just got a lot of good connections and he learned how to fight. But he's honestly he still showed me a lot of amateur. Him and Shakur, they showed me a lot of amateur stuff that could maybe be exposed if they fight somebody like Tank, or even if they fight like I want to see Devin and Tio fight. Um,
That'd be a
I
good
feel
fight.
like they got unfinished business. I feel like T.O. smart, so it won't be an easy fight for Devin, even though Devin probably bigger, and plus T.O. got that punching power. But I don't know. I want to see Loma still fight some more. I wanted to see it to be a draw, honestly, so they could have a rematch. They could make more money and all of that. Like I think the fight should have been a draw, and they did it again. But I don't think Loma won just because he caught him with like the more, exciting shots throughout the fight. I think he didn't do enough. I think Devin controlled the pace of the fight. Um, but as far as people being mad him not being on the pound for pound list, he don't deserve it yet. He still ain't show he just showed that he got a good jab so far. Other than that, he ain't really show nothing. Like other than a good jab. Even like I think his boxing skills is overrated. I think the shots that Loma catch him with, somebody else could expose him even more. Like Shakur, he bigger than Loma, and then Tank could catch him with a knockout punch. But that's all really. I just wanted to hop on and say something for real. I ain't
Oh,
really
no
had
problem,
nothing to
man.
say.
Hey, I appreciate you talking to me, man.
No doubt. All right, have a good day.
All right, brother. You take care, man. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. All right. So that's what's up, man. So, hey, man, I think that's about it for today. Hey, man, I appreciate all of y'all chopping it up with me, talking this boxing. Hey, said did my job with the likes. And so go. If you can't, Cash App, hit the people. Yeah, hit the like, but let's check the likes. Hey man, can we get the likes over 400, man? That would be appreciated. If we can get the likes over 400, that would be grandly appreciated, man. And I appreciate it. I'm trying to wrench up you, but I haven't seen you. Okay, he showed 3 different styles in the last 3 fights. Who you talking about? Man, look, I don't have a problem with anybody putting Devin Haney on the pound for pound list. I got no problem with it. If you want to put him on there, I would not argue with you at all. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to see what people wanted to say. Look, I'm about to bounce up out of here, man, on this Sunday. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. So please, if y'all going to listen, he said never got. Oh, I'm my bad. Adrian Molina in the building. Oh, go ahead, bro. Nah, Renaissance Rose. I'll let you on. Don't worry about it. I'll let you on. Here's a link. No worries. Dude, I'm telling you, I ain't got nothing to do. I don't got anything to do, man. I talk boxing all the time, man. If you want to hit that link, I'll give you 5 minutes to hit the link. If you want to chime in, I'll give you 5 minutes. I don't have a problem waiting. I want to give people an opportunity to get on the channel to talk boxing with me or just express your opinion to other people in the live stream. I don't mind doing it all, man. I'll wait 5 minutes. I will wait 5 minutes. And thank you for John Boy for your concern, man. We doing well, brother. We doing well. Man, you guys are big blessings in the chat, man. Big blessings. So thank you very, very much, man. You know what I mean? You guys are definitely supporting the live streams. The real hit is the videos because I do videos and the videos just, basically every video I do is for free for a while. But it is what it is, man. It comes, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. That's what I say about Devin Haney and him getting that $400,000 fee. Don't do the crime if you can't do the time. So, you know what I mean? You got to try your best. You got to try your best not to do that. Hey, my guy, thank you, man. Renaissance in the building with the $5 holler, brother. Thank you for that support, man. Let me get that going. Hit that link, man, if you want to get on there real quick. Well, we got one. I got time for one more. If you get here in the next 5 minutes, I'm cool with it. If you get here in the next 5 minutes, I'm cool with it. We can do it. We can do it. And I do appreciate you guys supporting. I do. But, we're going to make it. Just got another 16 days before I can apply. And after that, probably another, who knows, before they do what they got to do. But anyway, nice. I'll make sure I'm in the comments. Rocco McBride. Where's the link, brother? The link, brother's right here. There's a link. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I put the wrong link in. I put a Cash App in there. My bad. Hold on one second. All right, there you go. Hold on one second, though. I got to do something because I don't usually get calls from my mother. All right, sorry about that. That was my mama. What's going on, Renaissance Rose? Oh, and before you say Renaissance, before you speak, give me 1 second because I got to make sure I get my guy that did hit that cash up, brother. Thank you so much. Where did it go? White said, "Oh yes, sir." He said, "Hey, this is Mike Larry. Your pound for pound list." Thank you, brother. My pound for pound list. What? Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for that support. And John Boy said, "Oh, I got one. I got that wrench for Joey." Thank you, John Boy. All right, go ahead, brother.
Well, peace, brother. Can you hear me okay?
Man, I hear you perfectly well. Sounds clear, crystal clear.
Awesome. Big fan of the show, brother Fanon, man. I love what you're doing here. Been watching for a while, lurking for a while, but I'm gonna start coming around where you can see me and hear me, brother, because I really love what you're doing.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I had a question about the pound for pound list. I jumped in a little late in the conversation, but I still wanted to contribute to it. Question for you. As far as pound for pound list, how important? Because I heard the brother talking about the eye test before me, and people talking about different stuff. How important are accolades, current accolades, for the pound for pound list to you?
How important are the accolades? Give me an example. Accolades.
So some brothers have a problem with Devin Haney being on the pound for pound list, right? But Devin Haney, say it again.
With him being on the pound for pound list?
Yes. Okay. But he's the undisputed champion right now, right? He has all the belts. He has all the accolades, but some people have issues with him being on the list. So my question to you is, our accolades, again, are they truly important? How do we weigh them as far as a fighter being on the pound for pound list? And to you, directly to you, I'm just asking your opinion on, does accolades play a role? And if so, how big of a role should they play?
Great question. I would say that all of it is that first of all, this is not a science. It's an art, right? So it's not a matter of, how do you make, what's the mixture you put together to have petroleum, turn to gasoline that your car can drive, right?
Right.
It's not an exact science. It's your preference, right? Mm-hmm. So I think that some people take accolades and think that is very important. However, there's subjectivity in how much credit you give somebody for accomplishing the same quote unquote thing that you consider to be an accolade. So take, for example, Devin Haney, the example of Devin Haney being undisputed, right? Mm-hmm. You have Devin Haney undisputed, and then let's assume for a second that Errol Spence Jr. beats Terrence Crawford and he becomes undisputed. Mm-hmm. Those two things are not built equally, because Errol beat Kell Brook in the UK. He beat Shakur. He beat Sean Porter. He beat Yordanis Ugas, and he would have beaten Terrence Crawford to get it.
Gotcha.
All Devin Haney did to get undisputed was beat George Kambosos.
Right.
So those two things are not created equally.
Okay.
Right. So I try to look at it in this way. I say, okay, what do these guys in the four scoring criteria of boxing, how skilled and talented are they in those areas? Skill matters and talent matters, right? So I'll take Deontay Wilder because I don't put heavyweights on there. So you take, for example, Deontay Wilder. People will say that he's not skilled as, say, Joseph Parker. Because Joseph Parker has better defense. He's got better ring generalship. He's got better, I don't know. Let's just say all around you think Joseph Parker's more skilled. But there's a huge problem that Joseph Parker has. Deontay Wilder's way more talented.
Right.
So I think that I look at a combination of talent. How talented do I think they are? And how well do they perform in the four different areas, right? Now, for me, Devin Haney has glaring holes, and it's not about whether or not it's pound for pound or not. It's that when I see him fight, he is not somebody that can end a fight. When he cannot go out there and say, let me tell you an option he doesn't have. He doesn't have the option of saying, I'm going to take this out of the hands of the judges.
Right. True.
You know what I mean? It's just not an option for him. Where if I look at Shakur has the option to say, I'm not going to let it go to the judges.
Yeah.
Because he's demonstrated that even at lightweight. in his last fight against Yoshina.
Mhm.
If Devin Haney fought Yoshina, I'm telling you, that's a 12-round fight with Yoshina.
I agree.
Like, I'm betting on a 12-round fight with Yoshina. So, but what to answer the question about how do I take accolades, I think that depending on what you say, I'm going to look at what it means. There's other people that I would say, like, for example, Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor won undisputed. He's not undisputed anymore. So since he gave those belts back, does that mean he's a lesser fighter because he gave the belts back? Right? And if he's not a lesser fighter because he gave the belt, because I don't think it's fair to say that he's a lesser fighter because he relinquished those belts. He's the same fighter that was the guy that beat Jose Ramirez to get him. So then I'd have to say, well, what was it that made him undisputed? What comes before the chicken, or what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Is it his skill and his talent and his intelligence that made him undisputed? Right?
Mhm.
If that's the case, then I don't really need undisputed. I just need to see the skills, the talent, and the things that got him that. But specifically in the lightweight division, Devin Haney I don't think it's fair to say to the other people in the division, that Devin Haney beat the best fighters in that division. When you've got Gervonta Davis sitting there, and you've got Shakur Stevenson sitting there, and you got Frank Martin sitting there, and Lomachenko was a fight that he won, but he didn't win the fight overly convincingly. It wasn't like, okay, yeah, sit Lomachenko down. He's not on Devin's level.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? He won the fight. So I hope does that answer your question?
Absolutely. You actually helped me kind of look at it from a different perspective too. So yeah, you definitely answered the question for sure.
Dope. Appreciate it. Anything else,
Yeah.
man? Because I'm here to serve.
Yeah, I think I got two more if that's okay.
No worries, man. Go ahead, man.
Gotcha. My second one is who you got in the Spence and Bud fight, man?
I got Spence by decision.
Good man. Good man. I can respect that. I like that. And then my next question is Devin Loma. Who did you have winning?
Honestly, man, I think I still have it over here. I don't think I got rid of it. Man, I can't even recall, man, because there were so many swing rounds, and plus, I was trying not to give rounds to Lomachenko. Like in my scoring of the fight, I have to admit that I just didn't want to be somebody that was like, oh, I don't think Devin won that round, so let me give it to Lomachenko.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And so all of the rounds were very close. And I heard myself in my head say, man, this dude is not separating himself from Lomachenko. So I felt like when I was scoring the earlier rounds, I was like, man, do I really think either one of these guys won this round? Right. And I didn't. You know, it's just like, who would have barely won it? Like in round one, who barely won it? Round two, who barely won it? Round three, who barely won it? Of the fights that I thought, of the rounds that I thought people won, I think the only person to really convincingly win a series of rounds was Lomachenko. But even in that was probably 4 or 5 rounds that I thought he had won convincingly. I don't go back and rewatch fights for the purpose of scoring them, because that's unfair to the judges. That's like hindsight is hindsight is 2020. Oz Boxing 22, OZ Boxing 22 said, why a decision for Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence over Terrence Crawford? Because I do not see Terrence Crawford knocking out or knocking down Errol Spence.
No.
And I don't think that Terrence Crawford has enough activity level to win rounds consistently against a guy that throws that many punches. And also, Terrence Crawford is going to be on his back foot for the majority of the fight unless he's able to push Errol back. But if he's pushing Errol back, that's only going to be in stints. So I look at a guy that is a come forward, that is definitely a fighter that wants to come forward, and a guy that definitely is going to be throwing a lot of shots against a guy that does get hit, but is for the course of the last, ever since he's been at welterweight, has been losing rounds and winds up setting up a guy for a knockout shot. I'm not going to predict that knockout shot is going to be there with Errol Spence when Errol Spence Jr. is really pressing you and he's not sitting back. Like he's not doing that where you can kind of feint him into something. He is actually in your chest moving forward. So I see Devin, I see Errol Spence Jr. beating him on points. I'm not going to predict a knockout because, I think Terrence Crawford can definitely do some things to keep, to make the fight interesting. I don't see Errol just bowling him over. But again, if anybody's getting bowled over, it's going to be Terrence Crawford. And if anybody gets a one-shot knockout, it could be either one of them. Because I've definitely seen Terrence Crawford knock people out. So the possibility is there. And I've definitely seen Terrence Crawford get wobbled and dropped. Yeah, I'm specifically thinking about you. I'm still specifically thinking about the counterpunch that landed by Yurioka's Gamboa.
Yeah,
where he was getting loose and then boom.
Yeah.
And it's a big boy in his prime that has been training for. And by the way, they've been training specifically for him for well over a year. So a lot of people talk about the inactivity and what he was doing and not doing and all that. Also understand, Devin, that team has been thinking about nothing but Terrence Crawford for over a year. Absolutely. All of their sparring partners, all of their training sessions, all of that has been around looking at what Terrence Crawford does and being prepared for what he likes to do. And when people talk about how many tools that Terrence Crawford has, dude, his fights have gone. No fighter is that varied where you have no idea what they're doing when they go in there. So that's why I say decision.
And if I can, this would be my last point.
No worries,
I would say it's very interesting now that fighters come out and people are doing a comparison of how Errol did against Cal versus how Bud did against Cal, or how Bud did against Porter versus how Errol did against Porter. But I think when they're making these comments, they're not really kind of looking at it in its totality. For example, I think it's an interview out right now. It's a short that shows Bud. I think he's on $1 million worth of game, where he's talking about how he did Kell Brook versus when Errol Spence had his fight with Kell Brook, and how he was able to kind of, get him out of there way earlier. People got to remember the Kell Brook that Spence fought was on the pound for pound list, one of the best fighters in the world at that time, right? Mm-hmm. And then also with the Sean Porter thing, Errol Spence and Sean Porter, that was a back and forth, hard to score round type of thing. In my opinion, I had Sean Porter up before he got knocked down and ultimately stopped, or whatever the case may be. I had Sean Porter.
He got dropped though.
You know what I mean. His daddy stopped. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking. Yeah, I'm talking about Terrence versus Sean Porter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one he could have been.
When Kenny Porter, basically stopped the fight, I had Porter up. I thought Porter's the way he approached that fight was great. I actually had him up on the cards, and but I wouldn't necessarily use those fights and say, oh, I think Terrence is going to win because of the way he performed against these guys. Styles make fights, and I think Errol is just a bigger, stronger, more active fighter. And I think, and your analysis was perfect. I think he's going to push forward, and I think he's going to bring it to him, and it's just going to be a lot for Terrence to handle, man.
Yeah, over the course, no joke. Hey, real quick, El Hadij said, ha, Fernandez opening his eyes on Bud beating Spence. Man, I really wish some of y'all would learn to listen. Yeah. I have never counted Terrence Crawford out in this fight, not ever. You know what I mean? Not ever. I have, if the pound for pound that I listed, I have up on here, right here. Will you please see who's sitting at number 2? I've had Terrence Crawford as the number one on my list for years. It's you people that don't my way or the highway type of people that think, oh man, there's no way you can look at a fight and be like, hey man, oh, this is how I think it's going to play out. But at the same time, You analyze the risks that the guy you think could win have. And Terrence Crawford could hit him with a hook. He could hit him with a hook if that hook is strong enough, and it could hurt him because Errol's going to be in his chest. He's going to be there to get hit. Terrence Crawford most definitely is going to land shots on him. Period. I'm not opening my eyes. My eyes have been open to the skills and the talents of Terrence Crawford. This is not an all or nothing. This is not an all or nothing type of situation. All right, brother. I'll let you. Hey, I'll talk to you Renaissance Road.
All right, bro. Take care for now.
All right, man. Take care, bro. Like, it's not an all or nothing type of situation, man. You guys think about it that way. I don't think about it that way. I walked in there like with the Tank Davis and Gervonta Davis fight. I told you then, Gervonta can get hit. Now, in retrospect, since Ryan got demolished, everybody wants to act like, oh, Ryan never belonged in the ring. This was always a mess. That's not how it was. Ryan Garcia was a dangerous fighter who knocking people out. I'm looking at this dude fight decking cats. Whole bunch of people are like, I don't know, he's too big. Oh, Gervonta doesn't want him. He was forced into the fight and all of that. If Ryan Garcia would have done certain things, he could have found a way to win. He just wasn't able to do it. But at the same time, do not be completely shocked if it is what Errol said it is, which is a one-sided ass whooping. Don't be surprised if it gets ugly on that man because he's 36 years old. You guys keep acting like he's going to be moving and jumping around the ring and, oh, this is going to be easy. He's just Errol's never going to be able to stand in front of him. Ugas was just standing there like a punching bag, and Danny Garcia chose to be a punching bag, and Kell Brook decided to be a punching bag, and everybody else he decided, they all got together and decided, let me just stand here and prove it. You know what I mean? Like everybody that he fought, just the reason that he's in front of them is because they didn't know how to move. What's the chances of that? It's like Deontay Wilder knocking out everybody he gets in the ring with, and you acting like it's blind luck. And then what happens to everybody he fights? They get decked, every one of them. It is not an accident. He is purposely hitting you upside the head in a way that is going to knock you out. That is not an accident. If you do it 40 times, it's not an accident. Maybe you should start taking people seriously and say, hey, man, what is it? Why can't these people get out of the way of Errol Spence? Because you can't tell me that you cannot tell me that somebody like Kell Brook didn't just wanted to stand there and get pulverized. Somebody like that, all Chris Algieri needed to do was just keep moving. Just keep moving. As if this man's not cutting that ring off on you. As if that's not tiring. As if it's not tiring. And also, you have to score points at some point in time. But anyway. Nah, man, I didn't just open my eyes on Terrence Crawford. Despite what they say, I was a Terrence Crawford fan for years. Know full well how talented Terrence Crawford is. Am not writing him off in this fight. Am not. Errol Spence is going to have to do his thing to beat Terrence Crawford. He's going to have to do it. It's not going to be some walk in the park where you're just going to walk out there and be like, oh, man, this dude is garbage. Let me roll through. That's y'all. He's garbage crew. You know what I mean? Anyway, man, I'm going to get out of here. Much love to everybody in the chat. Much love to everybody that has supported and came on and chopped it up with me today. We'll be back tomorrow. Exactly. Facts 40 times is not an accident. But y'all keep acting like it's an accident. And then what happens? He comes off of a loss, and what does he do in the very next fight? Backing up off of a rope, boom, the guy is right back out, knocked out. What happens when Tyson Fury is beating him up in the third fight? All of a sudden, comes up, boom, fat rippling all up and down that man's back, drops him 2 times. It's not an accident. That man has power. That is dangerous. That's not an accident. If you guys are thinking, I'm telling you, the worst thing Terrence Crawford can think is that he's just going to be able to get away from Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr., and he's not going to have to fight that guy. Nah. That's not Shakur. That's not a Shakur Stevenson. That's not a Shakur Stevenson sparring match. That's not Sean Porter. It's not any of those guys. Anyway, though, that's me. Hey, man, thank y'all so much for everything all the support, man. Thank y'all. And I'm out of here. Deuces.